Hey Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Saturday at the Astec Safety Challenge here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center in Lloydminster, Alberta, Saskatchewan. This morning, we have got our semifinal matches on the ice, warming up at the moment, as you can see, as we get ready for Team Mouat versus Team McEwen. My name is Kyle. I'm joined by Daryl. Daryl, how are you this morning?
Good, Kyle, and you pretty excited about this matchup? And no, not a huge surprise. The four teams that are in semifinal, four of the best in the world. McEwen's had quite a year so far. They've really got it together. Pretty excited to watch this, and I was fortunate enough to broadcast one of Mouat's earlier games, and they just don't miss anything. They're so confident right now. Number one team in the world. This is going to be really good. Getting ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. Now, not only is Bruce Mouat the world number one team, but Team McEwen right now is currently ranked the number one Canadian team.
Yeah, what a year they've had, winning just about everything. They're in the mix every single spiel they've been in the slams. They have so much confidence, and a lot of people are saying that this is as good as Mike McEwen has thrown a rock in many, many years. So much confidence. You have Colton Flash throwing third, but sweeping, and even Ben Hebert himself will say that Colton Flash is maybe one of the best sweepers in the game, period.
Pretty high praise.
That's pretty high praise coming from Ben Hebert, who's been well known as being one of the best sweepers in the world, saying that Colton might even be a stronger sweeper than him. So high praise. But the Scots they're so confident. They literally can make everything. Watching their game against Carruthers last night, and without stats, I'm guessing they all would have curled around 90%. They don't miss.
They don't seem to get phased. They're going up against, you've got two fantastic teams, one from Canada, one from Scotland. And then when we look to the other game that's being played today, you've got Team Dunstone versus Team Edine. Dunstone has gone undefeated this week.
Yep. And
have made their way into the semifinals. Team Edine took a completely different path. Mm-hmm. They got off to a little bit of a tough start at the start of the week, apparently battling a little bit of illness, but then they had got hot yesterday, made all their way to the playoffs last night, and then a thriller against Brad Gushu. What happened in the eighth end last night?
Oh, incredible. And really, to everyone's shock, it looked like Edine was ready to shake hands when Gushu had to make a hit. He could see about half a rock, we're thinking, and pretty routine for somebody like Brad Gushu, and ended up flashing it, missing his hit, giving Edine a draw for the win, which he made. So fairly shocking, but you're right. Edine got on a roll, and at the right time, and they're not scared of anyone either.
Well, world champions.
Current world champions.
So as we get ready here, we are excited to have you. We're live on the chat as well. If you have any questions, want to know something about the technical side of things, Daryl will answer that, as he's played in many of these events in his career over time, as a big member of the Wayside Curling Classic that we used to have here in Lloydminster.
Many years, yeah.
So teams are getting ready. If you've got questions, ask them. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for today. And let's get ready for what's going to be an outstanding day of curling here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Give us a shout out in the live chat, and we'll respond to as many questions as we can, for sure. Kind of a little competition between us and our co-broadcasters next door as to who has more viewers. So please join our link of McEwen Mouat. Little friendly bets going on up here, Kyle, this morning.
No, you got Ryan Dice and Scott Manners, two very good curlers in their own right.
Heavyweight curlers. Yep.
I got a hunch it's not going to be as fun as our game. Just a hunch.
Fairly sure.
As we get started, Team McEwen throwing the first rocks. Dan Marsh is the lead of Team McEwen. Getting things started as Mouat is going to have hammer to start the game. So Doc, being a longtime player, playing at a high-end level, for Team McEwen, what are going to be their keys to success against what seems to be a buzzsaw in Team Mouat?
I'm guessing probably are going to stay fairly conservative the first 2 or 3 rounds, seeing if the ice has changed at all from yesterday, just sort of feeling each other out. They probably won't change from their game plan a whole lot. I just can't imagine getting it too aggressive to start with. Fairly conservative, get a feel for the weight, how much curl there is today, that there's fewer teams on the ice. That'll change it a little bit, that they don't have as many players out there for sure. So the temperature will make a difference, humidity will make a difference, a bit of a feel-out process. But they were not going to change a whole lot. They've been very successful with their strategy this whole year.
So an interesting note, when you get to the playoff round, if you're playing on sheet 4, you can use the rocks from sheet 2, sheet 3, or sheet 4. McEwen played on sheet 3 last night. First things first, when they got on the ice this morning, they took all the rocks from sheet 3. Moved them over to sheet 4. So going with the feel that they had last night to continue that throughout the course of the day, does that play into that?
It does, because they felt very comfortable with what they were throwing, and in their minds, they think that those are very matched rocks. So the lead rocks are very matched. The seconds, there wasn't one rock doing something vastly different from the other. It's a comfort level, and they just like the feel of them. They were very matched. Everything seemed to run the same, and so why wouldn't you? They played so good with those rocks. You might as well bring them into your next game. And maybe it's a little bit of superstition too. Maybe it's a little bit of we're on a roll with those rocks. Let's keep them.
Lead rocks here for Team Mouat. Hammy McMillan is the lead for this team. Arguably one of the best sweepers in the game as well, so it'll be fun to watch him and Colton go at it. But now for Team Mouat, they've had, well publicized their run that they've been on this year. Last year they went out in the quarterfinals here at the Astec Safety Challenge. They're back here this year and look very determined to have some success. What would be the keys to their game today versus McEwen?
I think that they just seem to be on a different level even this year. Their consistency compared to last year, they're just on a roll, and they're not afraid of anybody at all. I think that's the difference from what I saw from their team last year is the confidence level is even higher. Nobody here will scare them. And in fact, in our VIP social, when we had the teams, the Curlers Hot Stove there on Tuesday night, it was brought up that he went out against Kevin Coey, our defending champion last year. And he made a point of saying he doesn't scare us anymore. We're gunning for Coey this year. And he's right. They're not afraid of anybody.
Good shot there from Kevin Marsh as he cleans up some of the granite in front of the house. We've got a wide open house now.
First one curled.
As
one of the twins with Kevin, sorry Kyle, one of the twins, Kevin can throw it as hard as anybody. He has a low, almost a tuck. He gets so low to the ice, he can generate so much speed out of the hack. My nephew played with them in Briar with Colton Flash, and he still talks about how hard Kevin Marsh can throw it accurately. That's such a weapon at that second position.
And mentioning your nephew playing with Team Carruthers throughout the course of the week, they had a hell of a day yesterday.
Oh, did they? I could tell you, he's staying at my place, and he's got liniment all over his sore muscles and pounding the electrolytes in the water. Pretty sore after 3. They're just curling as a threesome this weekend. Had 4 games yesterday. That's a lot for a team of 3. So he's feeling it this morning.
I have no doubt. But Team Carruthers had a good run as they went up against Mouat last night and gave them a hell of a fight.
They did. If they made a couple more shots early on, they would have had control of that game. And it did come down at least to the last end. They put up a good fight. They're pretty pleased with their week. A little stumbling to begin with, but they finished off very strong yesterday.
All right, Kevin Marsh again.
Calling
His
for
second
the run.
shot.
Calling for the run back. He'll just miss it.
Cleans up
Takes
the
off the
guard
guard.
out front. Opens some things up. Mouat currently sitting 2. Bobby Lammy stepping in for his second shot.
And we will get some times for you. I will time. We have been running around 14.7, 14.8 seconds hog to hog. I will time a draw and see if that's still where we're at, see if the ice has changed very much.
And that's why we have Daryl Hanley in here.
to
Looking at the
time
chat,
rocks.
We've got people from Montana, people from Costa Rica, people obviously from Scotland cheering on the team Mouat, people from all across Canada, Wisconsin, Nova Scotia, all of you wishing good curling for both teams, which is fantastic. And that's what it's all about today, as we've got 4 world-class teams still in this event here at the Astec Safety Challenge. Another guard being thrown here by Team Mouat.
I got 15.66 seconds for guard. That would be about right. So probably to the T line, it would be running around 14.7, 14.8 seconds. Pretty similar to what we've seen the last few days.
Now, for those of you who haven't heard, but on December 24th, there was a not-so-nice phone call.
Yeah.
For the organizers, for the ice makers, as we were made aware that the ice plant had gone down and the ice was gone. Again, lots of community volunteers. RL Electric got involved. Brian and Graydon, our 2 ice makers, worked tirelessly from Christmas Eve all the way to the start of this event, getting the ice back, getting the logos back in, and then presenting what we have here today. It has been a weird year here in Lloydminster with a couple different things, but we're here. The ice is great. There's been tons of comments. Darren Molding's been here to help the guys with the ice throughout the course of the week. And from what I've heard throughout all of the players, they're very excited about the atmosphere and the ice that they're currently playing on.
And, lucky to have someone like Darren Molding and his expertise here as well to help with this ice. Lots, like you said, lots of positive comments. The curlers love it. Lots of curl. They all throw so much rotation. They get a lot of finish, just like their Grand Slam ice. A lot of curl. And nice and keen, and the ice is held up, so haven't lost the pebble. It hasn't slowed down through the course of the game, which is important as well. Lots of positive comments, but like you said, it was a huge community support and tons of volunteers to get this ice back in when we lost it through Christmas, and lucky that didn't happen about a week later.
Yeah, no doubt.
We probably wouldn't be sitting here, Kyle.
No, absolutely wouldn't be. And again, Lloydminster's been known when things happen to step up, and the volunteers in the city. There was a call out on social media, and people can say whatever they want about the negative side of social media, but social media was a key driver in driving a lot of people down here to help. And so to all of those people that were a part of that process, a big thank you.
I had people even messaging me that aren't even curlers or haven't even been in this place in years, asking how they can help and when to go down and help. So there were so many volunteers. Brian, our ice maker, actually had to say too many. He needed to stop the number of bodies coming in to help. We're good. We got enough. So huge community support to get our ice back in, and it looks phenomenal. We got big screens in the corners. We got the M&P lounge, VIP lounge on what would be sheet 8, and a bunch of bleachers on sheet 1. It's so nice and bright. It just is beautiful, quite an atmosphere. And again, back to Tuesday, the VIP social. There's a few of the teams that night that said they thought this was their favorite event last year. And so, hats off to your father, your sister, everybody, organizing committee, for putting on something like this that curlers through all those events would say this was one of their favorites.
Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work for a lot of people. The organizing committee's put a lot of time and effort into this. And it's fun to see this come to fruition, and hopefully they take some time to celebrate all of the hard work that's gone into it today.
Yep.
So now, what do we got going on here in our feature match, Daryl? Looks like Mouat
So with
sitting
Mouat
3.
in with hammer and control, yeah, he definitely has control of the house here, laying 3. And Mike has to get out of some trouble here to, there's potentially maybe a triple if he hits this right. I think that's what they're playing with that ice. Double for sure, but with the corner guard, it still brings a 3 into play if he only makes a double. He will roll away if he makes a double, and you'll see Bruce immediately go around that corner guard.
Mike McEwen stepping in for his first shot of the day.
This is what the skips get the big bucks for.
This is why
Bailing
they're
their
in the
teams out of
positions
trouble.
they're in.
That's why. All right, Skipper, let's see what you got.
He's got 1, 2, 3. What a shot
Wow,
there.
just jams, gets the double, but real good throw from Mike. You'll see Bruce come around this corner guard now, so this does bring a 3 into play. If he can bury this, if they get a miss on Mike's last one, he may have a draw for 3. So they do have Team McEwen in a little bit of trouble here.
As Bruce Mouat makes his way down, I do have to ask, because I've always wondered this. There's been so many great skips come out of Manitoba. What's with the corn broom when they throw?
So that's what they're most comfortable with keeping their balance and less friction is using that, usually taped up, electrical tape, some sort of tape for balance. That is what they grew up using and did not want to change to a broom, a regular broom, or to crutch, like you'll see someone like Reed Carruthers.
Yep.
This is what they are comfortable with. A lot of them like just holding the handle part. Sometimes they'll hold the head part that's all taped up. They can get very low to the ice with that.
Now, technique-wise, too, coming out of the hack, McEwen very much on his toe.
Very
Mouat, very flat-footed.
Yep, 2 different styles. So you'll the Manitoba tuck, lots of toe sliders out of Manitoba. Even the younger, a lot of their junior curlers, young teams kind of there still have the toe slide. Different mechanics, but whatever works for you.
So the 2 Canadian skips that are left, both toe sliders, both corn broom throwers.
There you go. Yeah. What does that tell you? That
So maybe there's something in the water for the boys from Manitoba.
Yeah.
But McEwen plays out of Saskatchewan now.
He does.
And
even though he's a Manitoban, yeah, he's skipping his team out of Saskatoon.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but both of these Canadian skips today are qualified for the Brier.
Yes, McEwen has, and Dunstone already. They're both already qualified for the Brier, which all the rest of the curlers in Saskatchewan are pretty happy. They don't have to go get past McEwen, so it's fairly wide open in Saskatchewan playdowns this year.
Just a normal.
And in Manitoba, my nephew, for one, curling with Reed Carruthers, is pretty happy that they don't have to go through Matt Dunstone.
Run straight.
All right.
Wow,
we are down
big
to the
shot
final
here
rock for Mike McEwen here in 1. He's trying to find the head on this one, keep his shooter around, and obviously make the double.
He thinks, and when we look on our monitor, he thinks he can see enough to maybe even make the double here, which would get them out of this end.
Mike McEwen with his final rock here in 1 on its way.
Whoa. Yep.
At least eliminating a rock. The most we're going to give up is a deuce.
He's past the guard. He's got 1. He's got 2.
What a shot.
Shooter sticks around.
Wow.
Let's watch
hard to make it that
replay.
way.
Watch how close this gets. Last second, how much curl there was right at the end. Just gets by that guard. It ticks that guard, and you're giving up a 3-banger right off the bat.
2 nice doubles.
What a shot from Mike.
So the comfortability of the rocks from sheet 3 last night.
Yeah.
Solid shot there by Mike McEwen. Now Bruce Mouat trying to get the blank here in the first to continue to carry the hammer into the second end.
You can only see about half, maybe a thick half of the rock, which when you're in the hack does not look like very much, Kyle.
No, exactly. But for these guys, if they can see a tiny bit of it.
For these guys, they just throw it so straight. That just does not scare them at all. That Bruce would make that shot probably 99 out of 100 times, almost in his sleep.
So a blank in 1. At the end of 1, it's 0-0 as we get a message from our sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
L and ACPA, going beyond accounting and tax. The assurance that experienced professionals that care are committed to providing you financial confidence and helping you reach your goals. We listen, we analyze, we advise, we deliver.
Welcome back. Once again, the Astec Safety Challenge presented by Wild Rose Pump and Compression.
That's good.
It's been a real fun week so far here in Lloydminster. Awesome to look around the curling club and see just the interaction that fans can have while watching the game. During the C event finals on Friday night, Team Tau and Team Pierce were playing on sheet 7.
Nice.
And even though Team Tau wasn't successful in their game, they came off the ice and they were in the back and had the pleasure of talking to them and getting their feedback about the event. And they said they had an absolute blast playing on sheet 7 because of the interaction with everybody
with the fans
in the MNP VIP lounge. So, you know, again, when you're in a typical curling club, you don't normally get the interaction. They're normally out on their hands together with no fans.
Go around this corner.
With this facility being an 8-sheet facility, you're able to create a bit of an atmosphere that you would only find at a Grand Slam or a Briar.
To be right up close and personal, you usually don't get that. And so here, what normally would be sheet 1 and 8, filled with fans, and they are right next door to see and can hear every word that's being said out there. So it is a great experience. They bundle up. It's a little colder out there. We have nice toasty seats where we are, Kyle, from up here in the booth. But they just wrap themselves up, and they've been there all week. They love the interaction and hearing everything that they're saying because they are right next door to them.
So, blank in 1, lots of feel-out process.
Yep.
As the lead rocks are being thrown right now. So,
We're there.
are you a believer in wanting to have the hammer in the even ends? Is that
absolutely?
Okay.
Always been drilled into us since we were a little kid. You want to. Any coach would tell you want to try and score in the even ends. In a perfect world, doesn't always happen that way.
Nice.
But especially later in the game, it's pretty important to score in even ends. And even these days, you will see some teams that actually, in a tie game, will give their opposition a point in the 7th end so that they have hammer and a chance for 2 in 8. Because if you go with the statistics on it, probably 90% of the time, if you were 1 down coming home with hammer, you are going to win.
Well, and I think I believe the Grand Slam that was out in Newfoundland when Team Jacobs was playing against Team Gushu.
Remember
Jacobs
that?
decided to give Gushu the point in the 7th end, and the boos rang down.
There was boos exactly. That's an example of what I am talking about. That they just feel very, very confident if they have the hammer coming home that they're going to score 2 or more points, and the statistics would prove them right.
And again, there was lots of comments about that instance that happened at the Grand Slam. But hey, at the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity for the sport.
Oh, absolutely.
And there was lots of fan interaction at that event. And for everybody that's kind of wondering why we're finishing up here on Saturday in Lloydminster, obviously there's a big tournament next week in Guelph, and all of these world-class teams are making their way out to Guelph. All 4 of the teams that are currently on the ice are going to be making their way to Guelph, and for the Grand Slam that starts next week. So this event will finish today. The finals going off at 2 o'clock with a lot of curling here to happen yet this morning.
And what a great idea to move this event up 1 day. Hats off to Jeff and Caitlin, organizing committee, to give them an extra day for travel. And that just made it easier to get the top men's teams in the world here, that they had 1 more day of travel to get to Guelph for the Slam that starts next week.
Well, and, I guess we have to face it, Lloydminster is not the easiest place to get through.
Not so much.
When you're an international team.
No.
When, unfortunately, WestJet discontinued their service from Calgary to Lloydminster. So these guys are either flying into Saskatoon or Edmonton and making the 2.5 hour drive to Lloydminster. So, again, not easy for the European teams to get here, even for the teams from out east in Canada. But we very much appreciate all of the team's support And I think it's reflected in the curling that's been happening this week.
Well, I think it shows you just the quality of this event that because Lloydminster is not easy to get to, and yet, I mean, we have teams from all over the world here. They have found a way to come here. They love this event and a great purse. What was it? $125,000 purse, something along those lines.
Yep.
Fantastic money, and they love it. They love the atmosphere. They love the event. They're treated like royalty here.
They definitely get treated well as Kevin Marsh makes his
What
shot
a shot.
here.
Come around, great weight. Perfect weight control shot.
McEwen sitting with 2 in the house. Mouat has a couple guards up in front. What is Bruce going to be asking right now?
So he's trying, at this point, they think they can see enough that they're going to take a run at this.
Yeah, it's pretty straight.
He'll ask Bobby to run this back. And at the very least, move that guard, even if he doesn't get the straight run back. Ticket, it gets by, he'll make the double. And from, on our monitor, you can see maybe a third of a rock. Pretty comfortable throwing that shot from the hack. Worst case scenario, the miss, like we would say, the amateur side or something, in golf, the miss there would be to at least get the guard.
Right here?
So a clean house right now for McEwen as Colton Flash steps in for his first.
Yeah,
A couple comments, obviously, on the chat. And, we want to hear the players as much as you do, trust me. When we are in a position where there is a lot of strategy being talked, I will for sure shut up. We might let Daryl keep going, but as he can speak the game as well as these guys. But when we have those opportunities, we'll definitely try and tune in. As things happen throughout the game, hearing what their strategy is.
Yeah, and when they do have, if it gets to a point where there's sort of a team discussion over something, we'll back off. We'll actually turn up the mics so that everyone watching our live stream can listen to what they're saying.
Whoa. Line's great. Just hold the guard. Line's great.
Trying to get this just to the top of the house.
Good sweep. Good spot.
Good shot there by Colton Flash.
Under this red.
Now, Team Mouat,
There you go here.
Grant Hardy stepping
Probably on
in
the end.
for his first shot here in 2.
And the reason that they didn't throw one into the house there, Kyle, is that long guard really isn't going to protect anything with how much curl we have on the ice. That's why McEwen needed a better guard, and that's why they put that rock where they did. Better chance to hide behind that. They're staggered.
Yep, you knew how to throw it. Knew the assignment.
So now we'll see Bruce try and come around. Grant will be throwing his intern.
Straight.
Line's
good.
Get
Positive
something
throw,
buried in here.
Line's
Just kind of top of 4 foot has been the call.
Touched it much.
This
Yeah,
looks heavy.
weight looks
Probably
very
just
close
like
to
that
being
draw,
all
it
there.
Probably just kind of.
Not a lot of
They are
sweeping. The
not.
rock is dug in.
He's kind of
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you kind of want
Get the curl at the end. In the end,
freeze right there.
Fraction heavy,
That's
probably
back
about
button.
2 feet heavy. That'll
That's
allow
back
Mike to come down to try and freeze on top of it.
We can come either way.
Grant won't be happy about that, especially with
Yeah.
the type of sweepers
I know it
he
looks
has.
more natural, but you can get there. Butts
Bobby
different way.
also is well known as one of the best sweepers in the world, and so put it in their hands. He could be probably 6 feet lighter than that. He would get it there easily.
it is amazing, especially on the ice right now, how much brushing can affect and how they can manipulate the angle and obviously the carry.
And they are
Wait's close
they're
there,
so
wait's
physically
close.
fit. I mean, now curling these days, all these guys are in the gym every day.
Close,
It's all
close.
about
Yeah.
diet.
Whoa. Close, really
It's all
close.
about sports
Whoa.
psychology. Some of them have
Line,
massage
we're good, we're
therapists
good.
on the road with
Good,
them.
good. Whoa. Wait's good.
Well, and one key part is we watched this rock finish for Colton. Locks
Oh,
it
great
right on
freeze.
to that McEwen rock at the
Beautiful.
back of the
Shot.
4 foot. Good shot there from Colton. One thing that has definitely been a part of this event is the massage therapy and athletic
Yeah, it
therapy
looks like
that's been
it.
provided here at the event for all of the players.
What a bonus for them to have something like that. We need that in our league play, I think, Kyle. Like, especially some of us that are getting older. I mean, is that something that we can continue here at Lloyd Curling Club?
You
You
guys
could use that
get the
after
pregame
Tuesday nights.
stretch?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The A535 bath that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
do to get ready for a game.
Yeah, that would be a nice bonus for us.
As Grant Hardy's second shot here.
Hard.
Skip Mouat wanting this one right on top with a little bit of a nudge.
They're trying to tap, and they want to move their yellow out of the way so that in one more rock they could tap the red one through. So great weight from Grant there.
To actually move it a little bit.
Angles are better.
Like
Moves his yellow out. He's sitting shot. Now Mike is going to have to tap it, do something with that yellow.
That's the best shot.
Yeah. I mean, what if you're just
Even
frozen,
freezing
like,
to
what's
it is
he doing?
actually pretty good.
Try and listen into what these two guys are talking about.
Well, he can, like, if I'm frozen a little bit off, like, he can nose me. That's buried. It's not great. I think we're best. I think we're best if we actually move this.
Yeah, I just don't want to be heavy.
Yeah.
No, I gotta make a shot.
Yeah.
It's like the problem with this, Kev, is he could maybe nose this if I'm not quite right, and then he's on an angle on me, which isn't great. And then I'm guarding for my life.
Yep.
I think that's the shot.
Yep. Kind of.
So we could hear
Looks
that.
good down
that was
here
good
for speed.
conversation.
Yeah, it does.
And Mike's concern with just freezing is if
I
he
think
doesn't
we wanna
freeze
move
right
it.
on the nose, if he ends up a little bit on what we would call the high side and it is staggered, he is afraid that the way it curls with how much curl there's here, that Bruce will be able to come down with some weight
Looks like a
and
back
could
ball.
remove both red rocks. So instead, he's going to play a tap. He wants to get to the nose, tap, and actually move his red rock to the back
This is a
8,
good
maybe
speed
back
here.
12 even. But line is everything. He wants to get to the nose here.
All right, Mike McEwen stepping in for his first, trying to keep Mouat to 1. As he's looking for the tap back on the yellow.
Where are ya?
It is sitting
Whoa,
right in
hold
front
on.
of the button.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So Kevin
Clean.
asking
Yep.
what's the weight like?
Yep. Yeah.
Communication?
Hard. Whoa. Curl. Whoa. Curl. Whoa.
For the
Whoa.
trying
Curl,
to
he
get
gets
this
the
to the
tap,
nose.
the bump, the red bump.
Maybe a little heavier than he was looking for and doesn't quite have the angle. He wanted to try and get right to the nose.
It's heavy, sorry.
Well, it looks
I
like
think
the
just
red
heavy.
rock right now would be fully covered from the hack.
But very accessible. With how much it curls here,
3-4
that
feet
is very
heavy, so-
accessible.
As Bruce Mouat already making his way down to the hack. What shot are we going to see here, Doc?
I
Shoot.
think he's just going to play probably like a hack, maybe a heavy hack, come around. With the amount of curl in his sweepers, they feel that they can get probably even an inside roll here and move that red one right to the back. And Mike did not want to move his that far. He was heavy. He wanted to keep it probably back 8, so that at least if they are tapping this red one, it would jam on his own in the back. So Mike's unhappy that he was probably 3-4 feet too heavy there.
Bruce Mouat here with his first and 2.
Push.
Looking to bump that red rock.
You watch how much rotation he throws and still gets a ton of curl.
Whoa. Whoa.
The boys are on it now.
Asking Bobby to carve this over.
Curl.
They got to get
Look at that sweeping.
some
Wow.
curl here.
Little bit of a
Didn't quite curl as much as they wanted, but a good result because this is sitting in front of the red.
again. We'll listen in here to
What?
Team McEwen as they make a decision as Colt makes his way down.
You don't think you can throw enough weight to make this, probably? No, like this. Flash, this.
I understand, but this is going to bounce off over here.
Okay. I don't need to do that. Just this. Okay, good. Let's go. Well,
We know this spot, right? We know
it's
that.
a hack waiter.
Should just kind of run there, eh? Curl up at the end with the right weight.
It's just a matter of getting the right ice.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's straighter, like from here in is straighter.
Yeah.
Still hack will move.
You're trying to flop or nose?
Looks like
You
they've
can
made
hit
their
it like
decision here, Darryl.
just you can hit it a
So-
half-inch low.
They're a little worried,
But
especially
nose is good.
because Scottish team can make everything. He's a little worried about just guarding that
I
inter
know.
that they've been playing down. just because this team is so good at running rocks in, and because there is
nose is
the
good.
Scottish team is second, third, and fourth shot, Mike has elected to be a little bit
like
defensive
to the
here,
half.
and is going to play his out turn, kind of hack weight, trying to get to the nose to eliminate one of those yellows, sit there, or even roll in a little bit. He potentially could even be laying 2.
How's this ice look?
So he'd need to be half rock in the forefoot
Yep.
to be sitting 2. Most important to, as you heard him say on the way back, nose is good.
Yep.
But if he can get a little bit of a rollover, as Mike McEwen throws his last rock here in 2.
Clean.
Just trying to prevent
Yep.
the big end here.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Yes.
If
Hard.
this will roll
hard,
inside at
hard.
all, there'll be no
Hard.
double there.
So he's got
pretty
the
good.
inside.
Pretty good.
Keeps the backing behind
Good.
the one red rock that's a little bit exposed. McEwen's sitting 2. As we'll listen in to Bruce and Grant as they decide what they're going to do to try and find their way to 2.
Give that, I think. Back 4, back 8. Yep. Here more. Same weight.
He just has to play the top.
I don't
Can
get
they
any more.
find 2?
Hear him say
ice,
same
I meant.
weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or do you want the same? Same weight. Same weight, same ice, you're made.
Basically the same shot. Throws in turn, and we'll try and tap his yellow onto the shot rock.
All right, Bruce Mouat
With that heavy.
facing 2 McEwen rocks inside the forefoot.
You draw weight to get in there, yep.
Yeah. Well, even theirs didn't, flashes
Looking
in
to
theirs
tap
didn't
back
really
on his yellow
overcooked by any means, right?
as he throws his final rock here in the second end.
Clean.
Bobby and Hammy guiding this down the ice.
Hard!
On it now.
Hard, gotta go!
They're
Never
trying
roll,
to keep
never
this
roll.
straight.
Whoa.
Just gets by that top yellow.
Good shot.
He's by the top,
And
gets
nice
the tap back
Makes his
onto
one.
the button. McEwen has forced Mouat to 1. At the end of 2, it's Bruce Mouat 1, Team McEwen nothing, as we hear from our sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back to Lloydminster Curling Club. We're going into the third end, and Bruce Mouat of Scotland has a 1-0 lead over Mike McEwen. Out of Saskatoon, we want to take this time, we're going to thank some of our sponsors. Our title sponsor, of course, Astec Safety. A Wild Rose Pump and Compression, Rod Wild, presenting sponsor. Strathcona Resources, MNP, Arby's Lloydminster, It's Time Promotions, Maz Entertainment. All the boys behind us are keeping us going here with all of their equipment. And Musgrave Agencies, Store Right, Lakeside Pharmacy, Bar Engineering, Fountain Tire, Lloydminster, Industrial Scientific, Brady Canada, Boundary Ford, Sobeys, Lloydminster, Tent Guys, The Goat, 106.1, our local rock station. Border Inn and Suites, Cooperators, Jason Arden and Associates, Calro Pump and Mechanical, Velocity Truck Centers, RL Electric Motor Rewinding, Synergy Credit Union, Redhead Equipment, Bexon Construction, and Gold Horse Casino.
Good.
Huge thank you to all of those sponsors. These events, the prize money, the coordination of getting the teams here, that doesn't happen without great community and sponsorship support. So thank you very much for being a part of the Astec Safety Challenge. now into the third end, we've got the lead rocks being thrown.
Tighter, but line's good.
Team McEwen was able to
No,
hold
you've got
Team
rid of
Mouat
that,
to 1. You got to believe that's a success for
Line's perfect.
Team
Line's
McEwen
perfect.
after 2.
Line's perfect, Bob.
That is,
Close
especially
call,
the
line's
first
good.
end, they were in a little bit of trouble, and then
Split
there
line.
was
Easy, easy,
a
easy.
few of Mouat's rocks starting to add up in the house. It was getting a little bit,
Get it, Carvin.
he was getting
Right
a little nervous,
before.
Mike, and made a
Good to
great
get Carvin.
shot with his last one to force the 1. So Mike has come to play this morning, that's for sure.
So the other day when I was still at work, but
That's a
still
little
listening to
tight.
the broadcast, I got
Hair
to
light.
listen to Vic and Linda. I mean,
That's
Lindsay and
good, they
Dusty.
were okay.
Lindsay and Dusty,
That's
not
good.
Vic and Linda.
Yep.
They were
That's
talking about
good.
some of the strategy when
Line,
you
line.
don't have the hammer.
Yeah, wait, really good. Gotta
So,
go line. Really good,
typically
wait.
strategy when you
Gotta
don't have
go, gotta
hammer,
go,
you
gotta
want to
go.
get as many rocks to the middle of the ice.
That's right.
And what's the reason for that?
So the reason for that is you're trying to cut down on the scoring area that your opposition has. So that's why there's center guards. If you can get one behind a center guard, it really reduces their scoring area. And the opposite is true when you have hammer and the corner guards gives you a lot more scoring area. So you're limiting their chance to get to the button or the forefoot by putting up center guards and getting there, trying to limit giving up those big ends. But as you can see, it's all about angles and weight. Lots of freezes in the 5-rock rule where you can't eliminate a guard. The first 5 rocks. And
You
the
know,
no tick. You also cannot tick a rock that's touching the center line.
14-5.
I haven't had a chance to get on the ice since I worked here. Would have been the last time I would have played. And that was a long time ago, 2009. But, how has the tick rule with the rocks being on the center line, the 5-rock rule, how has that changed the game in your mind?
Well, for me, it's so much more exciting
Dropped
as a
early.
fan of curling and being a curler. But for the viewers, there's so much more offense.
Okay, close.
That
There
the
it
old
goes,
days
there
of
it goes.
2-1 score, 3-0, 2-0
Whoa.
with Kevin Martin,
Go.
peel everything in
Whoa,
sight,
whoa, no, no,
fairly
no, no, no.
boring
Straight,
for
straight,
viewers.
straight,
So I think
straight,
it's fantastic for the
straight.
sport itself.
Whoa.
Is
Good
to
pass
bring
there.
more rocks into play. It's more now about angle freeze, straight back freeze, tap backs,
Think so.
and
Think so.
instead of old
Appreciate
days
it.
eliminating
Hair
every
inside.
guard thrown, nothing in the house, fairly boring
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
The game, they've gotten so good. That's why we've had to come up with rules like and the no tick. You can't. We've become so good. Like Lisa Weigel, everybody knows how good she was at ticking those center guards away and pushing them either into the house or to a corner guard.
Yeah.
Teams have become so good that now have come up with the rule that you can't do that anymore because they've become too skilled at doing it.
Bobby Lammy here with his second shot here in 3.
Clean.
Looking to come in, sit right on top, move some rocks around a little bit here, Doc.
Yep. Trying to get inside here, just tap those red
Good
ones.
shot.
Get position
Very nice.
around that button. It's all about angles, what you're
Well
leaving
five.
your opponent.
So
Great
far
shot.
without hammer, it looks, based on what we've talked about, eliminating the scoring area, making it as small as possible.
If I hit it into
We got a lot of rocks in play. We got a
the,
mess.
into the top yellow,
Yep.
and then doesn't it go
Lots
over
of
the
rocks
top
in
of that
play,
side?
and
Can I-
both teams
do
will
I
be looking
fire it
at
at
what are the
top
angles
yellow
like.
one?
If we're to run a rock in there, run one back,
Hair
what's
high?
going to happen to our
Yeah.
opposition's rocks? Where
Yeah,
our
I know.
rocks going? And
Making it
it's
to
like
here.
billiards
Yeah,
or
into
pool. We
there,
talked
yeah.
about this the last 3 days. What are you leaving your opponent?
Does that work?
That's all
We
you
like
think about
in or
when
out?
you're playing pool. Is
out.
okay when I make this or I miss. What am I
Okay.
leaving my opposition? And that's what this is all about.
With peel or what?
Yep.
And they assume at this level, they just assume their opposition's going to make everything.
Curl as much as the first
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
So
The assumption is everything's going to get made as Kevin steps in for his second shot here in 3.
Whoa.
Are they looking
He's
to
gonna
run
ask
back
him to
that
run
yellow
this
guard or
back.
just
Yep.
peel?
Whoa.
he's asking him to run this right back into this.
There's
Clip.
1, 2,
Shot.
some movement.
Real good.
Real good shot. Move those 2 yellows.
Try and get close to
One
nose.
to the right and one to the back of the house. Much better. And left one of theirs
Back 8,
I
back
didn't.
wide.
I thought that would go
behind
a
the
little
center
bit
guard.
easier.
For those
Great
of you
shot.
who are wondering the score in the other game right now, Team Edine has found their way to 2 points in the second end. to tie that game up, as Dunstone and Nadine are now playing in 3, tied at 2-2. Our feature game right now after 2, Mouat 1, McEwen no score.
Lead. Oh,
As Grant Hardy steps in for his first, and on its way.
Carve.
Asking Bobby to carve this over.
Boys are hard on the sweep on that one.
Right to it, right to it. Right
Wow.
Wants to tap this red one to the back of the house or even through.
Pushes it through.
Good job.
Real nice shot. Great weight control shot from Grant.
So right now, Mouat sitting 3.
Yeah. Okay, you could.
Mike's trying to find a way to create an opportunity
Then
here
you're
for
stuck
himself.
under that guard, right? Yeah, I know. That's what you're thinking?
I mean, if you could ever just.
Sometimes it's the best way to make it.
Two options would be either running his red one back or coming around and making a play on that one in the top 4 foot. Could even roll over a little bit to our left as we're looking at the monitor.
Yeah.
You want 4 or 3?
I'm seeing this. Hack.
As you could hear there, Mike wanting to tap that front rock on the 4 foot back. Wants hack weight thrown
Heard
by
him
Colton
yell.
Flash.
Hack weight from Colton. Try and tap that back through, eliminate it, push it through the rings.
Hack. Hack.
Hurlers are confirming it is about hack weight.
Hard. Gotta go, Dan.
Hard.
Gotta
This
go.
is really taking
This is
it
really
on.
close.
Hard.
Can they keep it on line? And they can't.
Cannot get that by.
It's on the fucking guard. We gotta hit the guard.
As they rack on the guard. Shooter rolls all the way through, opening up the front of the house, but not what
I could tell it was on the
McEwen was looking
I
for
could tell
there.
it was on the guard.
The weight was good there, Kyle. So not like he underthrew it. So either they need a little more ice there, or he just threw it a little bit tight.
So without hammer, McEwen, or Mouat, sorry, getting ready to go with the second rock.
He will
for
guard
Grant
this
Hardy.
now. Yeah, he will. He's pretty happy to throw up replace the center guard. It'll even be better than the red one that was there.
Take a little off.
I thought I had to,
And
Hammy.
Mike
Easy.
McEwen
Hurl, I
is
don't
going to
kill
be in a
line.
little bit of trouble
Hurl.
here.
As the boys are on the sweep hard. Look at that.
Keep it going,
sweep.
Bob.
Wow.
Lead.
That's digging in.
Incredible
Hurl.
mechanics.
Hurl. Lead.
Making sure that rock gets to the other side of the center line, and
Nice shot.
he does. Is that a touch too deep, or is that exactly
Probably
where
a
they wanted it?
little bit deeper than they wanted, but they were trying to get some curl, so they were sweeping to get it over and almost over finished it. But you're right, a little bit deep.
Shade low. Out turn.
So if I was
little bit
sweeping
easier
that
on the
rock,
red
I'd be
back.
asking for the
Yeah, it
AED
is.
machine
Yep.
right now.
That's right.
That is just unbelievable sweeping by Bobby Lammy. Amazing what these guys can do.
A little bit deeper than they wanted, so that'll allow, makes this a little easier for a run back.
Colton Flash with the run back and
what a
cleans
shot.
up the house. What a shot there from
Made
Colton
A
Flash.
double and push 2 other
Nice shot.
Mouat rocks to the back of the house.
As we watch the replay.
He freezes after that.
1,
and
2,
then-
3, 4, boom.
Got
Everything moves.
all 4 rocks moving.
We'll get a shot here, the overhead in a second to see who is shot rock.
Go there, I think, yeah.
But great shot there
Great,
from Colton Flash.
clean that up because that guard just came a little bit too deep and allowed Colton to do that.
I had visions of.
So as you look at that, is it
Oh,
red or yellow,
hard
Doc?
to tell there, Kyle.
Situation.
We'll let the people in the chat tell us. Red or yellow right now is shot rock. Let us know
It just
as
happened like every
Bruce
time I
Mouat
played them.
Yeah.
Give me
and
that.
Grant Hardy
Yeah.
trying to figure out their next play.
Yep.
That's a good
No,
question.
he flashed like that double, but he wasn't totally
Yeah,
bought
but
into
it was flat.
Yeah.
The spot we haven't thrown.
So it looks
And you're
like the
hitting
call is Bruce is going to try throw his intern,
It's not even
come
out
down
from the red.
and freeze, maybe even tap
Maybe that's
the red one that we can see in the back 8.
He just knows and then he's gonna flop under again.
Now by tapping that
I
red
don't know
rock
how to
back
drop
a little
without
bit,
jamming, though.
It's going to leave them sitting
How's
3.
he not going to? He can't go
People
under
in the
the
chat are
ground.
saying looks like red.
Would've
Okay.
forced him to almost hit and stay in the open.
We'll go with you on that one. We're sitting at the other end of the curling rink right now,
You
so
on that.
That's why I liked it.
can't see it perfectly. But Bruce Mouat stepping in
Conscious of that.
for his first here in the third end, trying to make life difficult on Team McEwen.
You flush it thick.
Looking for the tap back on the red at the back of the 8-foot.
Even if he sits
Legs
right
good.
in front of the red, doesn't even have to tap it to lay 3.
Legs good.
But
Legs perfect.
it'll eliminate that red rock from being able to score.
Grant said they're perfect now. Both boys are on it hard. Trying to get it to the head of that rock.
Nice shot. That is completely buried.
Wow. Okay. So not only is it completely buried, there's really no way of getting that rock out of there.
Not easily. Maybe there's a double on throwing it that outside yellow, but you would lose your shooter. So not really a good option. So instead, I think what McEwen will do is they will try and come down and angle freeze on that, trying to be shot. So they want to stay a little bit on what we'd call the high side, just a little bit to our left. Corner freeze to it ideally, and be shot.
2/3 to a thick half is good enough.
No problem.
Like for the freeze.
For these guys, no problem. For Kerry Leckie,
Daryl Hanley, it's a problem. You could get from us. You could get anything from a guard to hack weight on this type of shot. Never know.
All in good fun, but I hope Kerry's listening right now. As Mike McEwen with his first here in 3, looking for the angle freeze on the Mouat rock just outside the 4-foot.
Room. Little bit of room. Bit of room. Room.
Weight's pretty close. They're not sweeping
Okay,
too
go ahead.
hard yet.
Line's good. Line's good.
No.
Line's good.
But now they're
Line's
starting
good.
to go dig in a little bit deeper
Line's
here.
good.
This is starting to curl.
Trying to get this right on
curl,
the
guys.
corner.
Got a curl. Curl.
I would say
Nice
job
shot.
well
Nice
done.
What a great shot.
sweep.
Great judge sweeping, because they could not
Very nice
afford to
call.
roll off of that. So great judge on the sweep.
Very good throw.
Shot rock and corner froze.
We'll try and listen in to Team Mouat here with their strategy on what to do.
Because of our kicker.
At the moment, he's almost got that for 3, does he? Just about, yeah. Pings him for 2. That was kind of Bruce's first thought.
That back red won't matter now, Kyle, with those 2 rocks lined
Definitely
up
not.
there. What a great pressure shot
Could
from
throw a
Mike
wee bit of
McEwen.
weight, like
Perfect
easy
weight.
hack and do that.
So it looks like they're talking about freezing on top
You
of
only
the
need to
red,
nudge it
maybe
to there, really,
tapping
don't
back
you?
a little bit and having theirs flop in. You know, can they come down, sit on the corner of that red rock, and be shot?
It's pretty
Yeah.
tough. They could, but it's going to be
Back line.
open. And so what that will allow then is that Mike would be able to hit the nose.
12.
His red rock isn't going to go anywhere. And if a
I'm
shooter
just worried
sits
that if
there,
you're, if we do
it's
this,
potentially there for
it may
2,
get a chance
maybe
going here.
even 3. So that's the risk of trying
I almost need to get pretty close
corner
to those
freeze on that one,
to make
is
sure
it
it
will
hits
be
us.
wide open.
12-5.
Now there's
12-5.
Pretty
Yeah,
tough.
I like it.
Not a lot of
Yep.
options here.
I like that.
Scottish
12-5,
team.
just inside centre line.
so
Better
there's
safe
Mouat
options.
just plug the hole
Yeah.
and give Mike really no
Well,
shot,
playing you here.
or no draw in, but would leave him a couple raises on the rocks outside the house.
So I think a good option, maybe what they're even going to do is tap. He's going to try and play enough weight that he actually get to the nose or just a little bit on the high side like Mike did, and tap the red one back a little bit. Make it much tougher for Mike to get his 2.
Like finish, I mean.
If he can sit right in front of that red rock.
12-5.
You just have to get that red.
All right. World number 1, Bruce Mouat.
You'd be very precise.
These are the shots
I think
that separate you from the rest of the pack.
Oh, it won't go
Big
nowhere.
shot here in 3. Final rock for Bruce
very
Mouat
Shot.
here at the Astec Safety
In the
Challenge.
unknown, where do you put the broom, right? Nobody knows how much.
Rock is on its way.
Yep.
Hammy is on it early.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Yep.
Looking
Hard.
for this to get by
Hard,
the
Hammy,
guard.
gotta go.
They
Gotta
are
go.
really tight.
Hard.
They're
Right
by
there,
it.
right there.
To get the tap and the move, but it's still
Shot, it will leave Mike sitting one.
Probably easiest just to sort of run.
Mike
into it
sitting
a little
one.
That overcurled a little bit.
take
They
that.
wanted to stay on the high side of that. That just overcurled by a couple inches.
Like throw it like a heavy draw.
Yeah. Do you like that? Just so you don't have to go
Oh,
like.
now Mike's trying to negotiate where do I get a
Yeah,
second point out of
I
this?
know what you mean.
The
It's
draw
kinda like
isn't
throw-
really
throw
easy
this
with how
kinda
much
weight,
curl there is.
ship
The
it
draw
off.
is very difficult.
Yeah, I like that.
like that?
It's the most manageable.
Hard to get past those guards.
So it's like throw a back 12, back 8,
Yeah.
back 12. Like in this neighborhood.
So because of that, there you could
Oh, I
hear
get
Mike
too-
say he's
that
going to
looks
throw
like
like
too
back
much, though.
12, and they are trying just a heavy draw
Like I could
to
just
come in
draw
and just
there.
roll off.
It's
the
really,
shot,
it's
the
not
rock
that big a
Bruce
deal.
just
We're
threw.
still in a straight slot.
two.
So I actually think we just throw this kind of weight.
So he has to make sure he's on the inside of that yellow rock to push it off to the right-hand
Yep,
side.
and
from
then
what we
roll
see
to
on
our
the
we're-
left
we just
as
draw.
we're looking
Middle.
at that.
Middle.
Just a heavy draw. They can roll off of it for their 2.
I like the draw.
How difficult is
don't-
this shot?
This is a very
that's what
tough
I was
shot,
saying,
just
like,
because of how
'Cause
much
we're
curl
throwing in
there
the middle
is and
eight,
the
it's
guard's in
actually-
place.
It's actually pretty straight. Yeah. No. Is that too much ace or is that good? Not red? Okay.
You literally
speed should
have
be
to
pretty
just
good.
hair it by the guard that is on the left side in front of the house because of how much it
I
curls.
was going to say just a few feet more.
All right, Mike McEwen with his final shot
A few feet.
here in 3. Canadian #1 ranked team needs a precise shot to score 2. As Mike
Line's
pushes
good.
out.
Where are you?
Like putting it through the
Line's
goalpost
good.
there.
Trying to put it through the uprights.
Through the uprights.
Line's good. Line's good.
Guys are on it. Line is good.
Line's good. Curl.
off that
Yep,
guard.
yep, straight,
Now it's
straight.
starting to go.
Line's good.
The brush
Line's
is
good. Line's
on.
good. Yep.
Trying to find the tap.
Roll rub. Yep. Nice shot.
And he
Oh,
does.
great shot.
What a shot
Beauty.
there from Mike McEwen.
That's 2. Yep.
Here in 3, it's McEwen 2, Mouat 1 as we head to the 4th end after this message from our sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Band has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
We are back here, Lloydminster Curling Club in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, where Mike McEwen just made a great shot for 2. Go up 2-1. They're playing the 4th over Bruce Mouat. And Lloydminster, Kyle, you are from here. I moved here out of school. I've been here 32, going into 33
Love it
years
to
now.
curl a
Lloydminster,
little.
for those that don't know, is
Red.
on the
Yep,
highway
yep,
between
yep,
Saskatoon
yep.
and Edmonton.
Curl,
We're
curl,
about 2.5
good.
hours either way, give or take.
Nice.
And it is a border city.
Oh, what?
Part of our city is on the Saskatchewan side, part of our city is on the Alberta side. The rink where we are is a couple blocks into the Saskatchewan side, off the border.
Yep, drinking age is 19, not 18.
That's true.
You know, but
Weight's good.
beautiful Saskatchewan
Halfway.
insurance is cheaper than the Alberta insurance.
Line's great. Weight's good.
You know, there
On
is
the
no
brush.
PST on Lloydminster,
Nope.
which we're
Would be
PST
fair.
exempt, which is
Yeah.
great. You know, but yeah, there is lots of uniqueness to Lloydminster. It's been a great place to live growing up. Moved away now, but it has been always good to me. Had lots of great opportunities, met lots of good people, lots of long-term friendships that were formed here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center over my time. I think when I was 11 years old, I got the opportunity to play golf with you and Kerry Leckie.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I hit
He was a
Kerry
youngster.
Leckie in the chest with a shot out of a bunker. But you know, Lloydminster's a great community.
If I get the curl a little.
We've gone some massive events in the past, and obviously this one is just another feather in the cap to the things that we're able to do here in Lloydminster.
Tremendous having this type of field in Lloydminster is incredible. And the time change, Kyle, is not here, right here in the city. It's actually about 45 minutes to the east of us is where the time changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's an hour later right now if you drive 45 minutes east of here.
Top 8.
If you're watching in Scotland right now, I can tell you, because my daughter's in the UK, that it would be 6 p.m. there, supper time in Scotland.
Line's really good.
Nice work.
Nice
work. That's why we have Daryl here. He had just proved exactly why we have him.
You go all the way around that, or how deep is that? No, it's
15 there.
Saturday night, I have a hunch the people in Scotland would love to see Bruce Mouat tonight.
I'm pretty sure.
And I bet every pub in Scotland's going to have this broadcast
this broadcasting.
Yeah. Probably get in free if you have the broadcast.
Probably.
On. Yeah.
Probably.
But, you know, Daryl and I don't like to brag, but we've got 4,700 viewers on this game right now.
I got a little light on my hand, but have a look, though. Have a look.
Yeah, our co-broadcasters
Have a
here.
look.
They both have played in the Briar. Only have how many, Kyle?
2,200.
Wow.
So a big win for us right now, Daryl.
Yep. Huge
Line's
lead.
great.
As we
Line's great.
get back to the action here.
Shot, Kev.
McEwen getting their deuce in 3.
Nice sweep, guys.
Again, trying to limit Mouat to 1 here in the 4th and to control the game coming out of this end.
As you see, McEwen was very quick to put up the 2 guards, one just over the hog line, and the number system would be like a 1, and 1 tighter to the rings. The number system would be like a 3. Mouat came around that, and then McEwen just, Kevin just froze to that with his out turn.
So a little bit of a slow start for Team Mouat, but these are guys that you really can't count out. They are so dynamic. They make shots out of nothing. They see things that we don't normally see. And before you know it, these guys are finding a way to 2, 3, possibly 4 points with the slightest miss by the other team.
And I think, too, in almost every end, Kyle, there was a point during every end where it looked like McEwen's team was in trouble. Yeah. There was a lot of Scottish rocks that were in really good position. And McEwen's team has made a big shot to get out of some of that trouble.
You know, amazing, you know, again, these guys, that not only can they throw the big weight, but they can throw it with such precision.
So accurately.
And really, when they get to this level, these guys have no fear in any shot.
No, because they can make anything, and they can throw it so accurately with the big weight. So you can get out of a lot of trouble with that arsenal.
Come on, guys, come on, hard. Line's great.
Line's really good.
And so the Mouat team, they'll stay patient.
Keep going.
They have set up some good ends, and they are just going to stay patient. Got
what a shot.
Great draw from Kevin there.
So that 7-8 feet of curl, to make that come all the way around.
Yeah, I know. I saw
you don't see that in every curling club.
How nice is that?
You see that in the arenas.
Hope we have that for our Super League on Tuesday. When I play Mr. Manners standing beside us here. I hope we have this kind of ice when we meet each other on Tuesday night.
He's nervous.
Oh, yeah. He better be.
As Team Mouat here looking to clean up some of the front of the house here.
We'll try and open it up now. Great back.
1, 2, Red Rock's gone.
Double kill from Bobby.
Good shot there by Bobby Lammy.
Opens it up a little bit. Even though he left his shooter there, at least it's his rock now.
Yeah. Delay this a little bit.
So for these young guys from
Let's
Scotland,
get guard for now, no? Yeah.
on the road, all winter long.
Seeing the guard or you're doing
I've heard they're
this.
pretty good golfers. except for
Apparently.
Bruce.
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
It would
I
not
like that
surprise
too.
me.
But
They're athletes.
yeah.
Just guard this
But,
straight
you know,
off.
when you're in season like this on the road, you know, again, for the Canadian teams, they get an opportunity to head back to their home or and get a little bit of normal and family time. These guys, you know, they could be over here in Canada for upwards of 2 months. Does that get hard to perform? And
I don't think so, because they all have the same goal. You know, it's winning world championships and Olympics, and this is where the best competition is. So they know if they want to be the best team in the world, they need to be in Canada. They know that.
Curl down.
And curling in all those
Keep going.
Grand Slams and training
Keep going.
here. And this is their
Keep going
job.
down.
They don't have jobs
Keep
back
going down.
home.
No.
Keep going,
They
keep going,
are
keep going, keep going, keep
100%
going.
curlers, so they work out every day. They team bond.
Shot flash.
They use sports psychologists. Every day, this is their job. And they all have the same goal in mind, to be the best
Of what?
curlers on the planet, which right now they are.
You know, and we should mention we've had 2 great Scottish teams here, not just Team Map, Team White here as well. Those teams do battle nonstop over in Scotland and in the European matches. You know, both could arguably go to a world championship and compete. But right now, Team Mouat, world #1 team, looking to find their way into the final tonight here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
And there was a time, Kyle, not all that long ago, where Canada was considered the #1 country in the world with curling, and we would dominate for a lot of years. And now the rest of the world is caught up. And you know, just look at all the teams that were here from Europe. You know, Retornes and Ross White, the Scottish teams, and Adine from Sweden and Switzerland. Hosley, Schwaller. There's so many good European teams that the world is caught up.
Now, there's great teams from all over the world. We've got so many great teams here in Canada. It's as we gear up for the Olympic trials, which is obviously in 2026 in Italy.
You might be drawn now.
When you look at the way the teams, there's been some changes in teams. There's been some movement in different players. You know, if you had to pick your top 3 or 4 teams going into the Olympic trials from Canada, who gives us the best chance to win gold in Italy?
I think just from the experience.
Well, even if we hit our reds,
you can't look any farther than Gushu. I mean,
draw.
yes, him and Mark Nichols are getting a little bit older, but they have the experience. They've been there
We're gonna end
before.
up in this situation
You still have to
regardless,
put them probably as #1. And then you look at some of these emerging teams, like a McEwen and Dunstone, good, you know, young curlers, and they will be right in the mix as well.
When Dunstone just made a change to their roster.
He did.
Right? And bringing in the brothers, the Harnan brothers, EJ and Ryan. Ryan was already playing with them, but EJ coming over from Team Gushu. You know, based on the work we've seen this week, looks like it's working.
Yeah. There was a spiel in Alberta where BJ Neufeld couldn't play in, and EJ played with Dunstone, and they had immediate chemistry, and he's back with his brother, reunited with his brother, and they've curled so well since they made that change. And you see a little bit of tinkering going on where it just isn't working. The chemistry maybe isn't just there. They want to make changes now so that they are prepared for the Olympic qualifier.
So Mike McEwen stepping in for his first shot here in the 4th end. Looking like they're wanting to come around and sit right on top of their red rock.
Yep.
At the bottom of the 4-foot.
Mike will throw his
That's what I
out turn
got.
here. Try and come around that top red one, the 12-foot. Probably top button. It'd be okay if he came right to his rock, but ideally probably almost right on the tee line. Maybe just behind the tee line. Cover the button. That will really limit the scoring area for Bruce.
Mike McEwen here with his first shot in 4.
I got light.
Line's good. I got light.
Looking to draw around.
Line's good, Rube.
And sit on top of his rock at the back of the 4.
Okay, go ahead then. Okay, leave. Whoa, easy. Whoa. Close. Yep,
looks
straight.
pretty good.
Straight.
Really curling now. They got to get it past that top
Curl,
one.
curl,
And they
Just
do. Wow. Wow, what a shot there by Mike McEwen.
Good judge.
Well done.
Wow, what a shot.
Let's watch a replay of that. How close that came to the top. Watch.
Same as the ones I've been
That just gets by there.
all thinking. Yeah. So I'd hate for you
Great
to be
weight
thin
from
and roll
Mike
here
there.
and leave him being off. Yeah.
Yeah, we knew we were going to
So just back 4. Yeah.
You just could hear Grant say back 4, wait. They're going to come around.
Because
close
if
with
you
his
mess it up,
intern,
you're in big trouble.
try and tap his yellow onto Mike's rock because it is behind the tee line. So if he can just angle tap this, he will be sitting 1.
Well, I knew he still had to rattle this, right?
Yeah.
Look at the amount of rocks in play.
Lots of rocks.
9 rocks in play right now.
6 in the house alone.
Yeah.
All lined up almost on center, Kyle.
Bruce Mouat with his first here in 4, looking for the angle raise of his yellow rock at the top of the 4 foot. Trying to find the port.
Yep.
Expect him to be real close on this shot.
That's
Hard line.
gonna be really close on the
Hard,
rocks
rock.
inside the house.
Hard.
Boys are trying to drag this
curling.
by.
Tommy still got it. Hard.
What a sweep there by Hammy McMillan. And they get the tap.
What a
Wow.
great shot.
What a shot there
touch.
by Bruce Mouat.
What touch.
Good sweep, Tommy.
What happens if
Put
you
that
just
on the
guard?
pin.
Just guard?
All right, Mike McEwen.
Now, pretty tough to tap that without maybe setting up something
guard
big
or-
for Bruce. So
You probably
I think
could
an option
nose
here
that.
will be to guard,
Good shot.
to force 1. Be tough for Bruce to get
Might
a
be
second
easier to
rock
do
in there.
that. No, nose is pretty good.
You know,
Fire
a couple
something
comments
like-
in the chat.
What's he doing? Like, what's it?
You know,
I mean,
too much
you could
chatter
do
to
this
the announcers
too.
know there's a game going on. Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah.
And you can tell your friend that we do know there's a game
Okay,
going on.
let's nose that.
If you
Kinda
don't
wait.
want to listen to us,
just
feel
through.
free to mute us. You know, we're
Maybe throwing that kind of
trying to
shot
provide
down
as
there.
much insight,
Yeah,
not only about the
holds
game,
pretty
but about
nice.
the community of Lloydminster, and you know, the passion and love for the curling game that we have here. So, and again, Daryl's a veterinarian. I sell cars for a living, so this isn't our day, our job
Probably
every
take
single
a broom
day.
more than I.
But it's fun.
You know, we do appreciate the 5,200 people that are online right
It's
now
fun.
watching this
Yeah,
game with
just a
us.
light hack.
And we're trying to give you as much technical skills as we've got, but we're here for have a good time.
Sliding pretty good here, right?
And to have more viewers than our co-broadcasters up here in the booth.
Yes.
That's all that really matters.
Yeah, Saskatchewan champion, Rye representatives.
Yep.
As Mike McEwen steps in, trying to make life miserable for Bruce Mouat right now.
Whoa.
Looking to
Yep.
move
Whoa,
that
whoa, whoa.
yellow rock
Whoa,
at the
whoa,
edge of the
whoa,
4
whoa.
foot.
Clean.
I would assume trying to get a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, even to the nose
Clean.
would be good.
Clean. Clean.
Right there.
Clean.
And just
Gets the
bring it
shot,
back.
little bit of a flip.
Shot.
But, wow. There's a lot of rocks here. I don't know if there's...
So they're looking at the angles to see is
See
there
where it
any
needs to go,
way
there.
they can generate a second point here. Looks like the outturn draw is pretty tough
Good.
to get
I
a
didn't
second
wanna
rock
roll,
in there
like,
for
just a
shot.
little, because then this would come like right. Do you see it? Like the run, yellow and in, like easily, right?
Is there any
So
way
you either
they
had
can
to
come
like
around
stiff
the
what you did,
side
or
with
roll
enough
big.
weight to tap that
Because
red
otherwise
rock
it's wrong.
off
Or
the
if you
Pretty tough.
stick it right there.
He's already thinking of
It's not going very far, and I don't think you can tap it enough to
I think
be
it pumps it
shot.
through the hole.
You would know better than me.
I don't
think it
know
pumps
for sure, but I
like
think
that. That's good because that goes through the hole. If I had
not
rolled
likely. I
I'd
don't
an
hate to
inch
stick
more
it
this
right
way,
there.
it would have
And the
went
yellow
like
just
this.
pops up to there
Keep
for
looking
slow
at
one.
running that red rock back onto
what I
their
mean?
own.
Is that one not safe back there?
Trying to
That's where you have the other
split
red,
those
like-
two red rocks out and
Yeah.
keep the
What
yellow
else
one
in my
there.
tab is if
see
my
if they can
shooter
get both those
goes
back red ones
this way a little
moving,
more.
maybe to get two.
It's the only chance we have to. Yep.
They're looking at all their angles, what they can
Holy
promote,
moly.
slash in.
Now they're looking at the high red guard, running it back onto the red, yellow to hit the red, onto the yellow. Wow, that. Again, these guys are on a different level.
But they can make,
they
see some of those things where
bad, but if I hit a third,
we don't, I don't.
I can tell you I don't. These guys are looking at some different wild angles here.
I don't think I can nick it. I've only got half stone, I think. If you don't mind it, I'll play it.
Go for it then.
Okay.
He'll hit a third.
Lots going on. Lots of ideas. The hamster wheel's turning. Looks like Bruce has made his decision.
He's going to try and slash that red in. He thinks it's fairly low risk, or he wouldn't be trying it.
Bruce has made his decision, but I don't think the boys are settled on that.
No. Not often you see the skip in the hack ready to throw in the front end.
Bobby
still
and
discussing
Hammy
in the house.
are going to make the final decision here. I think they're going to have a conversation yet. I don't think this is over.
Only got half.
So he feels very little risk. He thinks he's going to get one no matter what, or he wouldn't be trying this. But they're really wondering. I can't see the back red one moving very much, but and I don't think Grant is convinced either.
All right, everyone. Bruce Mouat with his final shot here in 4. This is going to be one to remember.
This will have some speed on it.
Whoa.
The pace is there. The boys are on it. Can they find a way to 2?
Whoa! Whoa! Straight! Straight!
We've got contact. Bang. We got things moving.
And
it will be
the dust settles.
One of
one.
Yeah, the yellow popped a lot.
Heck of an effort, but it's not to be. That's one for Bruce Mouat at the end of 4. It's a 2-2 ball game here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center at the Astec Safety Challenge.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city. 1061, The GOAT. Stay connected with mylloydminsternow.com. The GOAT. Everything that rocks. 1061, The GOAT.
Back at it here at the Astec Safety Challenge. Team Mouat stepping in at getting 1 point in 4. We've got a 2-2 game going into the back half of the game here. 5,200 people approximately watching online. We appreciate you taking the time to join us from wherever you're joining us from today. We are definitely going to have a finish to this one. We'll get you a scoring update on Sheet 5 here shortly as Dunstone and Adine are coming down to their final rocks in their 4th end.
Yeah,
get you an update
I'm serious.
Very soon, but a tight game going on over there as well.
And thanks, Ren, for reaching out, saying, loving the commentary. My daughter raced in swimming competitions, hosted in Lloyd for many years. We always had a wonderful time there.
But you're fun at
Thanks
parties.
for saying that, Ren. We know we have a great community here.
Hey, Courtney just said she's a veterinarian curler too. Is there a veterinarian curling bonspiel in Alberta?
Nope, there should be. We should start one.
Well, you've got yourself and Taryn.
Yes,
our
our clinic, Colleen Hall,
herself.
Dr. Hall.
Yeah.
We have a few curlers within our practice alone, so we should. Thanks, Courtney, for reaching out. Maybe we should have a big veterinary bonspiel.
I think Daryl could get that started.
I think I would take on being on that organizing committee.
Line's great. Thanks, good.
What's the temperature in Lloyd today? Well, we had rain last night.
We did. It was spitting.
On my way here this morning, it was about -5 degrees.
Line's fine, line's
A
fine.
little bit of a warmer temperature last year. At this time, it was -50. We had vehicles not starting. We had a heck of a mess last year. Planes not flying, people not able to get out. But this year, much better temperature-wise. It was about -5 degrees outside.
Literally 50 degrees warmer than last year. And last year we actually had to go and send drivers vehicles to get some of the teams that couldn't get their vehicle started at the hotels. Different story this year.
All right, going into the back half of the game here. McEwen
Top eight.
with Hammer here in
Top
5.
4, yeah, top 4.
Really, like it looks heavy line-wise.
What's the next steps here for you,
Oh,
Doc?
Bruce
If you're
is,
Team McEwen, what are you trying to get going here?
Bruce will
as they come
definitely
back
have,
up
he'll
again?
have his center guards up. They are wanting to
Just
steal
freeze it, you're
or
gonna bump.
ideally force McEwen to 1.
Freeze it,
So
Gooder.
again, center guards, limit, reduce the scoring area. Those center guards are a little close together. They won't be happy how close they are because it'll be pretty easy to peel once you're allowed to peel with the 5-rock rule. And then McEwen wanting to beat them to the button, get control of the 4-foot. Went behind.
Keep it going then.
Now you'll see the Scottish team try
Getting
and
it close,
freeze on
John.
top of that. McEwen rock on the button.
Dragging it in.
Great finish.
Shot.
Great finish. Good curl there.
Grant
Nice
Hardy
tap.
being the third, doesn't brush as often as the other boys, but good brushing there to
Pretty
get
good at
that
it.
to sit right on top of the 4-foot.
Nice shot too.
Good angle, good weight.
You like the out low or the end?
Now
Kind of like
you'll-
the end.
they are allowed to remove guards, so you'll see peels. And again, being so close together, it won't be real difficult to make a double peel here. Ideally, you'd have those rocks another 5 feet apart.
Yep.
As Kevin comes flying out of the hack
Yeah.
there, trying to clean up some rocks in the front of the house, and he moves
does
a
that.
lot.
Got rid of both of them pretty
Hey, guard.
easily. Jams on the back, but that's okay.
I could have got it out.
Mouat rock will be back
Shot.
12. They're not too worried about that.
That one go up? Yeah.
So
show him
have
an
you
inch
ever
my
used
side.
a steel slider?
I have not.
So what's the benefit?
It's very fast. So if you want a little bit more speed coming out of the hack, I find them very loud. And so it's very obvious when someone does have a steel slider, but they are very fast. So you can slide
Hard,
with a lot more
line's
velocity
fine.
out of the hack.
Line's fine, Grant.
Does it hurt your
You don't
control?
need to curl.
It can when you are
Whoa!
when it is that less resistance and that much faster. It can.
If it does, then are we taking a chance?
All right, another center guard up there by Bobby Lammy.
Just rip for now.
As Kevin Marsh
You know,
steps
other
in for his
shots, like
second
something
shot
like
here
that.
in 5.
Big that, yeah, big peel.
Mike's looking to get this right on top of that yellow, I would say. Hey, Doc?
Discussion there options. Yeah, either you peel the guard or he's talking about maybe coming in freezing to Bruce at the Mouat rock,
No, the
but
last one
decided,
much
yeah,
though.
we better peel. It's that center guard that is hurting them right now.
It's a fun team. Yep. Yes.
Get Kevin to
Yes.
peel this off.
Similar spot.
Good. Throw cup.
Problem there, rolls the shooter away.
Keeping that scoring area open.
Maybe a little bit tighter, do we?
Bruce will put up
Before
another
he can
center
choose
guard.
and
They'll
bump
just
it
trade
back
rocks
forward.
here. A couple more
Yeah, okay.
before someone does try coming into the rings again.
Grant stepping in for his first here in the 5th end.
Probably too early though. Line's good. Rim. Line's
Guys
good.
are trying to find this
Rim.
back to
Rim.
the center line.
Line's nice. Line's getting good. Line's good.
As
Line's
you
good.
watch this one come in,
Line's
looking
good.
at the curl, amazing what the ice
Curl
is
an
like
inch.
right now. Heard lots
Curl,
of
curl,
comments
curl,
last
curl,
night.
curl.
Had a chance to talk
Curl.
to Kevin Cooey after
Oh, yes.
a tough
Yeah.
loss last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, you're always looking for feedback. You're
Yeah.
always looking to find, you know, what can you do to make the event better. And Kevin Cooey looked at me and said, don't change a thing.
Yeah. That's from someone that came off a tough loss. Didn't criticize the ice, wasn't
Did
blaming
you ever
the ice.
give the run
Nope,
back
not
a
at all.
rip? Sorry?
the draw times. He was very, very happy at the event.
Yeah, he, again,
even
defending champion.
Like draw top right to
not,
here.
Not excited about his loss last night, but
I don't love the run.
Even after the loss, took the time to interact with some of the fans, thank the sponsors.
Like the run,
was
the
in
run.
the
You're
MMP
also
VIP
close
lounge
to that.
watching the playoff games last night, and a big thank you to Kevin Cooey and his team. Another team that became kind of a local favorite last night was Team Libis.
Yeah, out of nowhere, the boys at Okotoks Black Diamond.
I don't mind playing
young
this.
team. They've had a pretty good year in Alberta,
Like it?
and people didn't know a whole lot about them. So very much
we're
an
gonna have to
underdog
play
in this
it
event.
eventually.
Well, they took Retornos out. I think it was 4 or 5 ends, and our local team, Carl DeConnick Smith, Last Rock, and
in that range.
and Team Jacobs.
And then they took out
And they
Jacobs.
took out Jacobs. They took out some
We haven't
heavyweights.
played
So
this
wow,
side
what
as
a
much.
future that Team Libis has.
Okay.
It was really fun watching them, and great guys. They were up here and they were chatting with everybody,
something like this?
and smiling and laughing, and so good
Yeah,
for the game.
yeah, we played okay here.
Well, they took out Retornes,
Should be
world
close.
number 5. They took out Jacobs, world number 4. And then they ran into a hot Carruthers team.
Ran into a hot Carruthers. It came down to Last Rock.
So
Carruthers needed his Last Rock to beat him.
So loved having Team Libis up here, an up-and-coming team in Alberta. We wish them all the best.
We're going to see
Lay
them
down.
for many, many years.
But again, it's curling being one of the most social sports on the planet. For those world-class curlers to take some time to go out and see the sponsors, sit down with the people,
Let's try
thank
not to
them for being a
overcook
part
it.
of the event. I know it goes a long, long way.
They
As we
will.
continue to try and find more sponsorship dollars and
Just
potential
inside
of
it,
making
7-8.
this event
Okay.
even bigger. As for those of you who are
Whatever weight this
enjoying
row
the
is to
coverage,
make the inside row
Lloydminster is
bigger.
in the process of building a very big facility.
Huge.
Where, again, could this event be held in an arena in the near future? Maybe, maybe not. There's going to be some decisions that are going to have to be made. But the opportunity to really turn this into a Grand Slam field is right there. As we look over at hands are in the air and there's lots of excitement happening on sheet 5. I'd love to get our friends to help us out and tell us what happened, but they're kind of mad at us
What
at
a
the moment.
shot by a Dean.
But it looked like a Dean got 2 there in the 4th. We'll wait for the official score to go up. But my prediction is it's 4-4. A Dean and Dunstone at the end of 4.
Great shot from Grant Hardy on our sheet. He could see enough of Flash's 2 rocks that he could get to the nose, spill one out, push the other one to the
Make
back
which
12.
double?
Looks like a Dean got 3 with us.
Well, honestly, if you get low, you're
Slash
close
into
to
the
making
house.
it
What a
anyway.
shot from
Wrong,
Nicholas
a Dean with
Dean
3.
to go up 5-4
Are you seeing
on
what board?
Matt Dunstone.
You know, Team Dean,
You're low and you stop
as we
it.
said earlier, had a rough start to the event, but got hot yesterday in the C event and found their way into the playoffs. Took out Gushu last night. Now looking to give Dunstone a run for his money and find their way into the final tonight at 2 o'clock here in Lloydminster.
They've been a favorite for many, many years, Swedish team. They've spent a lot of time in Canada, have a very loyal fan following.
Heavy hack.
Great guys
Heavy
off the ice
hack.
too.
Clean.
They're happy to talk
Heavy
to you.
hack.
When they're at restaurants in town, they all sign things for people.
Another heartwarming story. The other night I was downstairs and a long time
really came off
supporter of curling, Mr. Hozak from Marwayne.
That was
played
one of those-
hockey with his grandsons a long, long time ago. And to see him downstairs, he's been here for every draw, watching every game. And Nicholas Sedin came off the ice after his loss on Wednesday. Comes in, he's shaking hands with people, thanking them for being here, and then he sits down with Grandpa Hozak for probably a half hour, just to talk about the game, talk about what he saw, and after Nicholas went back into the dressing room, Grandpa Hozak looks at me and goes, "I think I could cheer for him."
It's pretty easy to cheer for people like that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great people on and off the ice, and they get it. They know fans are a big part of this sport. but great people.
Because I was even
So a heartwarming story, and again, does Nicholas Edin need to take his time out of his day to do that? Absolutely
Probably not.
But then
you know, from Sweden here in Lloydminster, and didn't know Grandpa Hozak from a hole in the wall, but took the time to make his day. And you know, again, that's what these guys are. Great people first.
Grandpa
Hozak's
second. Probably a fan for life now.
Absolutely. I should go see if he's got some Swedish colors.
Yeah, he might now. He might today.
He probably does. As we look into our game here, Bruce Mouat and his team trying to figure out the strategy to keep Team McEwen down to 1 in this end or possibly steal.
I think he would
Yeah, we just saw the McEwen team rub on a guard trying to come around.
And then you can maybe tap
and
this
now
to
they are in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
They do have hammer, but
This was your first thought, wasn't it?
that was a key miss, rubbing that guard and not getting to that rock in the top 4 foot.
Give me a freeze though.
Both are good
The only
shots.
way we have a chance for 2 is if he actually plays something aggressive.
So what's key here as you look at what Bruce and Grant are talking about?
Well,
what's the key for them right now to trying to eliminate the scoring area?
So right now they're just trying to see where we put a rock. Trying not to set up a double
So be a little
where
bit careful of this.
Mike's rock could end up behind the guard. So being very careful where they leave
Just control.
this rock, because Mike is so good at making those upweight doubles. They could eliminate his, like they are. The call is eliminate those rocks in the back, and they will be happy letting Mike trying to hit and roll behind the corner guard. They think that they can force him to 1. So just eliminating some of his rocks in the back of the ring so those don't come into play.
It's not here with his first in the 5th end.
Close. Yep. Hard.
That is, that rock is 3rd shot. They're going to eliminate that to sit 4 and say, okay, go ahead, Mike, try and hit and roll. You better make it perfect.
Board.
Or we will eliminate it and you will be drawing for 1.
Board weight. You will take the roll.
Listen in here, Mike's looking like he's made his decision already.
Yeah, I think there's really only 2 options for him: the hit and try and roll over, or the in-turn draw.
Board weight.
Going around that center guard.
Yeah.
So elected to try the hit and roll.
Board, just try and make the roll perfect, really.
Just board weight.
Make it perfect. You might force him to play the run.
And tough to hide with how much curl we're getting on the ice, Kyle. Really tough to make it perfect that Bruce won't be able to get to it from either side.
And again, just goes to show how far the game has come. The conditions, the way these players have been. It's
tough to hide anywhere.
Watch.
That's how good this ice is.
Hard.
This is starting to overcurl. They are going hard on it.
Gets the shot, gets the roll. Solid
Great
shot there
roll.
from
Nice.
McEwen.
Control type weight, just a board weight shot. Very sweepable. Was over curling, but because he only threw board weight, it did not roll very far. Just a great outcome for the McEwen team.
Like an inch either side, or no?
So you want to hear the commentary of the players? Go ahead. Here we go. We'll let Bruce and Grant talk this one out.
You stuff on this one yet? Okay. Thanks so much. Right in the beak. Yeah. Feel? Yeah.
He might just play the run.
Quick decision's been made.
Feel?
Jams. Well, I guess this one doesn't help us because that double isn't there.
No.
Yes, jam is here.
We need the other jab.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to run back that center guard.
Yep.
Run
Make
back
a
to center guard.
Pile of these.
Try and squeak it through the back, but leave him with 4 in the house.
And force will be on.
Forcing Mike to a draw.
Curl!
Final rock for Bruce Mouat on the way.
Curl!
Looking for the run back. Gets the run, gets the shot. Wow. What a shot there from Bruce
Just
Mouat as
gets
he
enough of
clears
it.
out all the McEwen rocks.
My best path.
The force is on.
I mean, you played that the other end. You played the in
With
turn.
the only decision whether he wants to play the outturn or the in-turn.
That's about it.
That part of the ring.
Well, we don't even have to go that wide. Like
No,
we
you
can
go
go
like here.
Because I'm worried about if we go really wide, we're in some different stuff. But that we're not. I think that's a great speed area of the ice.
Similar to where all the hits were, right?
Yes.
So a successful end
I
for
think
Bruce Mouat.
in this middle 8 is
forcing
the most
McEwen
used
to
part
a
of
single
this
draw
side
here as we
So the
move
speed
into
will
the
be
6th after
off
this
from
shot.
here. If I go out really wide, I don't know.
Again, still has to make the shot, but this shot would pretty much be
So am I still looking for that
automatic
14
for a guy like Mike
Almost,
McEwen.
you know, if it was golf, it'd be almost a gimme, really. Can make these in their sleep usually.
Mike McEwen last rock, here in 5. Looking for a full 8 foot. And to get his one.
Really gotta go, I think.
I'm flush.
Come on.
Should be okay.
Guys are on the brush.
He's fine.
Okay, you're good, you're good.
They got to be in the 8 foot, and they are. Great sweep.
And there we go. It is a score of 1 for McEwen at the end of 5. It's 3-2 McEwen versus Team Mouat as we get a message from our sponsors here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Maybe gonna be a little wide.
At It's Time Promotions, we make your brand stand out. From custom apparel made with precision, to headwear that puts your brand front and center, and vinyl decals that make your brand stick. We deliver promotional materials and print solutions that leave a lasting impression. With locations in Lloydminster and Provost, we proudly ship Canada-wide. It's Time Promotions, where your brand comes to life.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path. Sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world. Creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology. Areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey. All part of what we do, together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Welcome back to end number 6 here at the Astec Safety Challenge. 5,400 people joining us online right now for this semi-final game here on Saturday at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. 3 ends to go. Mouat with hammer here in 6. How important is it for Bruce Mouat to find 2 or 3?
It's getting exciting. Yeah, it was a great force there. So coming home, even end. You have hammer. Ideally, either blank to keep hammer or score multiple points. Just don't want to get forced. So McEwen immediately will put up center guard. Scottish team will throw corner guards, trying to manufacture multiple points. And then it'll be game on, Kyle.
It will definitely be game on.
Home stretch now. 3 ends left.
Interesting question. Debbie, good question. Straw brooms have to be taped. Why not the hair brooms going all the way down the ice? So, as you can see, the lead from McEwen, Dan Marsh has a hair broom that he throws with. Is there? I guess there is no rule on that.
There's not, and it's more likely on the straw brooms that they will lose straw than the hair brooms will lose their hair, just using it for sliding. So that's why that is a rule that the corn brooms have to be taped up completely, but also they want them to be because they want very little friction. They want them to slide.
Line's good.
Good question. One I didn't know the answer to.
Line's good.
So,
showdown.
They're all still there.
As we get
just can't sweep with the
Should be
hair
it.
broom.
yeah, some cat and mouse games here.
Top 12.
As we get the guards up, we've got the center guards for McEwen. Now Mouat trying to come in around his corner guard.
He's going around the corner this time. Going around the corner this time,
Hammy
Tons of weight.
McMillan throws his second shot
Back forward.
here in
Close
6.
line.
You know, the one cool part about being on YouTube,
Whoa.
for people watching at home,
Gee,
when you
back
watch the
forward.
Grand Slams and
Line's
the
good.
bigger events on TV, it's actually quite rare that you get to see
Line's
the
good.
lead shots.
Top tee now.
It is. It
Top
is.
tee good.
And
Usually cut back and it's into the second
Clean,
shots
top
already.
tee.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And it goes to show, you know, again, the big TV contracts and the money and the commercial money that they get, obviously super important. But
If you're going to chase it,
you know,
you'd have to
the
come
shots
wide.
that these leads make are set up an entire
Or
end.
yeah, or you come into the
And,
guard and then
you know, you don't always get to see those great guys on TV
like that's
as much.
that's
But
not
here on
terrible
YouTube,
if
you're
you
getting the opportunity to
if
see
you
everybody,
touch this,
which is
it's
fantastic.
like everything's in
These
the
are
center.
world-class leads.
Probably a
and
good.
You're right. They set up
a good
the end.
shot
If
to
they
play.
don't make their two shots, you are chasing.
Going a little wider
At
there,
this
guys.
level, you're chasing the whole
Yeah,
end. So
I think we could
yeah, it is.
probably
It's fun to
almost
be
nose
able
it.
to have that on YouTube and people see
Whatever
the
you
shots
like.
that these leads are making.
All right.
It's going to be a bit stiffer here.
So interesting, playing out
I'm seeing kind of
far
in this
outside.
area.
Haven't really played this far out before, so they're guessing a little bit on weight. And Mike admitting where to put the broom.
I think it's there.
He's saying it's going to be a little bit tough out here, so I haven't played as many rocks. A little bit frosty. No rocks down that path yet.
Yep.
Kevin Marsh throws
Yeah.
his
Hard. 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 Hard.
trying to get it past that guard
Hard.
and unable to do so. Racks on the
Good.
yellow guard.
It's good.
Shooter rolls out. Yellow gets to the center line.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
just a
just
bit of a
didn't
guess
quite
game there in that spot.
get it
now,
out
'cause there
onto
has
the
really
field.
been no shots thrown out that wide as to where
Hope you'll
to
hold that
ice
corner,
him, where to
but
put the broom.
don't
That
bring
curled a
us.
lot more than they were expecting.
You're right.
So
on
now
the
does the
outside
strategy
side,
change
it's
from
pretty
Mouat after that,
You come
that
a
rack?
bit deep,
Does,
they'll have this or the
does the
free.
strategy change, or do you continue to play to that
He's
outside?
going to continue. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to
half
try to
out
get
still
another
here?
rock in there. He's going to try and
wanna
set up
stick
for
out a little?
his 2 or more points.
Okay.
So he'll still be very aggressive here.
Ice is good. You know this line.
Too early in the end to say, well, just draw in 2 and we'll trade
didn't
hits
draw it.
until we get our deuce. Far too early.
Yeah.
But with the guards that already are existing, he's electing to come around.
I know.
Bury one here.
Line's great. Oh, you, Grant.
Another option probably will come into play, Kyle, will be splitting their yellow rock that's so tight to the rings.
Yep.
For
Over
multiple
curling,
points,
that's
as they could
Level
easily
deal.
split that in and roll in their shooter at some point.
Great shot.
So good shot there from Bobby
Great
Lammy.
come around, wasn't heavy, full 8 foot.
Are we hitting and rolling or no?
Now Mike has a decision to make.
And then leaving that?
I'm kind of seeing this.
Yeah.
Hit and
I think you
roll
can- we
or
can use
draw
that
around,
later.
beat them to
Forward.
the button, but thinking
like
they better
that?
eliminate a rock. So they're choosing the hit and roll with just board weight. Controllable sweeping weight.
Yep.
So much for getting the
Hard.
play away from the centre, huh? So
Hard.
much for getting the play away from the
Whoa.
centre, huh?
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Needing that roll.
rolling there.
Gets the
Good
roll.
shot. Good sweep flash.
Good shot there by
Great
Team
shot.
McEwen.
Great judge on the line from Mike.
Starting to figure
Seeing
out.
that
the ace.
starting to really curl there. You recognize that
Right,
early.
They just draw top 4 again.
It's actually
Where's the
good.
red?
First shot was
Now
actually
That's probably minimum.
Just
Looking
biting the
at
back
this
of
split
the
way
tee line.
talking
better
about.
than actually making it, like Kevin's first.
A little bit just different on this side.
Hooked the whole center.
We bit all or nothing, to be honest. But
I don't mind top
Have a
4
look.
these two, but
Bruce is waving his guys down to come and have a chat. We'll listen in so you folks can hear what he has to say.
scoring there has shrinked massively.
Sit here for now. Like you want to be aggressive on those to make the roll, but
I don't like that.
make it curl, but in that area.
Sit here. You're like quarter stone though. You're losing your car.
Just like going in the trajectory like it was not.
Just control weight, try and stick it.
Depends how much you want to play for 2 or not.
Kind of leaning towards any single team on the top one or draw here.
I think I feel you put back here.
Huh?
I think I feel that you put one back.
I know.
Kind of waiting shot at it.
Yep, putting that on.
You want to just lie shot for now? Okay, come here then. Yeah.
I don't mind there for now.
Well, probably freezing.
Draw.
Draw.
I mean, if you're just where I am, top 4, you've still got time to move it.
They do.
You still got this yellow one if you need it.
Yeah, you could go top 4, like full 4.
Yeah.
Now, then what have they got?
Probably this, even if I'm a hair short.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get 2 in the
We've still got the options to move.
Yeah.
Sydney freezes after this one.
All right, looks like Team Mouat has made their decision.
Come up with a plan.
For those of you on the chat,
Thanks so, Bob. Yeah.
we appreciate all the comments.
Maybe just
doesn't hurt my feelings.
Pretty tough to hurt mine.
It's definitely not going to hurt Daryl's. We love that we've got lots of passionate people excited about watching the game here at the Astec Safety Challenge. The chat adds to the event. The feature games add to the event as we watch.
Not yet.
Team Mouat.
It's getting softer than when we started.
And Bobby Lammy with his second shot here at 6.
Yep. Still T.
Looks like the call is the
Back
draw.
button. Clean.
Come around.
Back button.
And they'll leave that split option for now.
Can they get it there? Can it swing across?
Just a hair too deep. McEwen rock is still shot. Just a foot
Be a little
too
careful following that.
A foot too heavy.
Heavy. Probably about a foot. Just a 12 inch.
I don't think you want to go anywhere near here.
Again, game of millimeters, centimeters, inches.
It is.
I only see one spot, and that's here.
Heck of a try there from Bobby Lammy. Now,
You come here, that's just
Colton
asking.
Flash stepping in for his first.
Because he can't see enough of that. Is that? He can't see enough of either, though. I'm just thinking later, though, this is not going to be good.
Red, yellow, yellow. Red.
Yeah.
3/4 high, yellow, yellow.
Just it's going to be hard for us to protect both of these coming in. Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking. Like, if we get here, if we can't protect both of these,
I thought you were minimized, like we could never have.
it's going to end up not being good for us, I think.
What if you froze the top one? Got it over buried.
Because I'm seeing something coming in eventually, and it's not happening right now. I'm saying later it is.
Shot right now.
But let's say, yeah, I mean.
What's he doing right now? Like,
What's he do if we do that? He's got to try. He's going to try to run all of these.
He's going to try to make this to come into here. That's the only thing he can do.
Or he plays that double peel. That double peel? He's going to double peel that, maybe?
So,
yeah.
All that's gone.
Well, then this becomes open, right? He doubles off these. That's his easiest double.
Would we ever come in here and get
Hold
another
on.
one in this area?
That exposes this. We're here.
We've not talked about the in-turn top button.
We can't leave that. We got to protect, and then he comes down and he taps us.
Follow
It's
you
not
in
that
through
bad
the
though.
nose. It's kind of your shot, is it not?
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think. Is this? Do you think it's better? It might be the shot then.
This one you just have more room.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that there's more room in one or the other.
No, because this one probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm just. It's two spot, which is better. Yeah, it's still good.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Even if you're like here, is that bad?
It's still not bad,
right?
right?
Still not. I mean, let's try to make
Okay.
that,
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, we know this.
All right, Doc, what's been decided here?
Some great discussion. I think that they've decided they're going to try the out turn draw and try and freeze onto their own rock, trying to get another rock in there. Mike had some trepidation about freezing on the other side, thinking that Mouat's team is going to run one of those guards in there and end up killing both of theirs. So instead, asking Colton Flash to draw down and freeze to their rock on the tee line.
Colton Flash with his first here in 6. Looking to come right down on top of their red rock. In the 4-foot. Very precise shot at a very important time in this game. Boys are on it now, the Marsh brothers. Trying to get it past Yellow Rock.
Get by the top.
They won't be able to do it.
So close to perfect. Weight was perfect, just over curled.
Okay,
yellow.
Team Mouat's team now
Spin it down
making
to the
their
bottom.
way
Now,
down to
team
discuss
discussion.
the options.
Okay, that's a useful.
Hammy's going to let the other boys do it. He's going to sit and talk to Colton for a minute.
Yep.
But Grant and Hammy,
Cross face.
or Bobby, sorry, getting some input to Bruce here.
This is always looking like it's stuffing. I think it would go, but yeah, you'd hate to miss it. Just to like control or barrier. Going not a lot. I don't think I can get the curl to make it this way. So pretty close.
Half stone, thin half.
Yeah. What are the other options? This.
They're just catching up to us now.
Yeah, but
Ahead of them before.
then you've got a lot of options.
What's that? Even if you're thin and onto this, it's okay. It's opened up slightly. Yeah, there's that run. It's just all or nothing right now.
Yeah. So into nose of yellow. Into here.
Yeah.
Barrier. I'll see what I've got.
Now again, some of you
I
at home
think
are
thin
probably
half,
wondering
yeah.
if we have the clocks in play. We don't. You know, so it does allow these guys a little bit more time to strategize and figure out exactly what they want to do. Now, when you look at this event, there's a $125,000 purse going on right now for this event. So,
Well, that's kind of why I
again,
like throwing barrier, 'cause it
big
does
money
catch
at play.
curl.
And
10-5.
you know, these shots mean thousands of dollars at the moment.
They do, and that's so you will take extra time and without the clocks. We've seen that all week. Group discussion, which is really good for the viewers. They talk it out.
Yep. Yes.
All right, Grant Hardy here
Clean. Yes, yes, yes.
with his first.
Hard.
Trying to angle their top
Whoa,
yellow
whoa.
onto their other yellow and in.
Curl.
There's one, there's two, there's the angle, but again,
Hit it just wrong.
Not bad.
just a little off as McEwen is sitting shot rock, Mouat 2.
Third, yeah, first and third for McEwen.
He's got that double right now.
Yeah, I know.
Fraction I like slider.
Should we hit that one?
Do you ever just guard it? It's coming here though.
What about out-turn, draw, tap thing? Like chip and roll off.
Thing it, you go here and he's gonna have it too.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So you, I don't mind that.
He probably still fires this.
No, those ends I think,
I mean, for him to fire it, it probably sticks. Dead knows it.
Yeah.
The only other call I saw was
That was the only other shot I was seeing. I don't like it.
yeah. Okay.
Throwing hack. It's not as.
So as you heard, hack weight
It's not as straight
trying
as
to
that.
eliminate Mount Rock in the back 8.
Cool flash.
Just hack.
With his second
Just
shot.
hack.
Here in
Just
the 6th
hack.
end.
Yep. Whoa. Just hack. Little down. Yep. Little down. Hard. Whoa. Great. Yep. Whoa.
Past the one on the 8 foot and on top of the rock at the back of the house.
Nose, exactly what they called.
Good shot by Core Flash. For those of you wondering on the chat what time the game is this afternoon, the final is at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. Craig over in Scotland is right. So thanks, Craig, for answering that question for us.
I'll just draw twice.
You worried about him going here?
He's not going to play it on his first.
Definitely not a lot of downtime. About an hour and, as long as the games finish on time as they should, about an hour in between the end of the game and the start of the final here this afternoon. Once again, these guys, all of 4 teams that are on the ice right now, will be making their way to the Grand Slam of Curling in Guelph. And Lloydminster is 2.5 hours away from major airports, so these guys will be making their way into either Edmonton or Saskatoon to catch a flight to make their way out to Ontario earlier tomorrow morning or in the afternoon tomorrow. So that's why the final is at 2 o'clock today. And as we finished our discussions last year when the teams left, they'd mentioned if we could give them that extra day to get to the Grand Slam, it would definitely increase the participation. And obviously we've got some amazing teams here this week. Grant Hardy with his second here in 6.
So Team McEwen knew they were leaving him a chance at a double here.
Got a curl. Really good a curl.
As they get it by the guard.
That will jam.
Not perfect by any means.
In that outcome, yeah. Advantage McEwen here now.
He does have this back into it.
So McEwen looking at the possibility of a steal.
If you could place it right here, it's just perfect.
Making it very difficult on Mouat to even get into the scoring zone.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, is he just drawing now?
Yeah, but I can always
as an experienced skip here, Doc, what's your play?
Well, I mean,
I think
could have to make it.
Probably personally, I would have another rock in there one way or the other. I'd either throw the in or the out turn.
Put it right there.
You can kind of see where Mike is circling. Put a rock right back where it was, just biting the forefoot would be a good spot.
I think it's an edge of 12.
Throwing the in turn coming around the other way to the top forefoot. I don't mind that either, but I think they need to get another rock in there because they know with these other yellow rocks laying around, if Scotland could come off one of those or slash one in, they could get a big end. So just trying to get a third rock in here.
It's still running okay.
So at any point in time, that yellow rock out in the 12 foot, that's going to be available probably.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But if McEwen can get this inside the 4 foot, it's going to make life very difficult.
Bruce could still come off a yellow one, as we see on the outside 12. They could slash one in. That is a tight corner guard.
Line is good.
There are some options.
Line's great.
Okay.
Right here. Got room right now. Line's good.
Looking to find top of the 4 foot.
Line's perfect.
With his first.
Line's really good, boys.
Bite the 4 foot.
Over curling a bit. Over curling a bit.
Swept it much.
Over curling. Yep. Oh, it's over curling. Over curling.
What a shot there by Mike McEwen.
Nice shot.
So if you're Bruce Mouat here, you have an angle on the in-turn draw to bring it into the house, right onto the dot.
Yeah.
You've got 2 yellows on the outside, one on the 12 foot, one outside the house. To use as angles to get in there as well.
Time to move some granite.
Bruce isn't wasting any time. No. He is down in the hack, ready to go.
He's got to move some of those red rocks out of there.
Make this to live 3.
So they're going to try and run the red center guard back onto their yellow into the reds.
Making all our shots.
They're hoping they can at least make 2 of those reds go away and leave their yellow rock sitting there.
Bruce Mouat with his first.
High! High!
Boys are on it hard. Oh, a little rub.
Did not get by the top one.
Huh?
Didn't get by. Opened up some things for everyone to see what's going on.
Take it away.
Not exactly what Bruce was looking for there.
Tell on the replay, he threw that a little bit tight.
What are you
And
guarding
Grant
there?
yelled right
Just
away
guard
the
his
second
draw.
Bruce let that go. He just threw it a little bit tight.
He has nothing
not
here
back
with
it up.
anything.
Little bit.
substantial
You're
weight.
in the chat about timers.
This isn't
And
like you can know
Lucia,
this
you're
from
right.
like
The
that's
time
easy
clocks also need the timers to be accredited and certified in a setting like this.
With any weight?
You know,
Maybe
you're looking at
2/3?
arguably having another
He said this
12 to
one's still gonna
16
outcount it.
people doing the timing. and
Not with
it's
weight.
just
Like
not
the best
feasible.
he could
So
do
that's
is
why there's
maybe
no
get
time
to here.
clocks being used this week.
Is he
So,
playing something off of this?
you know, at the Grand Slams and the national championships, obviously, Curling Canada and those guys have people that are accredited that are there. So
I would
it's,
agree with you.
Not in
So
this
do I
event.
not just
A
plug
little
the
more
hole then? I don't think there's any reason.
But if you ever want to be an accredited time clock person,
Oh, you know what?
feel
Maybe
free.
something I look
Is there an advantage to me coming in?
after my
don't
veterinary
think so.
career is done. That'd be something that
The,
appealed to
the
me,
only thing
being
you could do
involved
is
in
like
something
come right
this.
in here,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
here or something, right?
You know, every curling association, whether it's Alberta Curling,
Is
Sask
that a
Curling,
harder shot?
you know, Curling Canada.
Okay, well,
I'm sure
here's
they
the
would,
problem with
love
that.
for
He can
people to
still
step
get
up
to this.
and volunteer
Like,
to those
if I try to
courses.
come in
Obviously,
here, he can get
nonprofit
to here.
organizations finding good people
Okay.
to do those
That's-
jobs
okay.
adds to the experience.
You got it in off
And
that one, right?
I know if you went
That's
online,
fine.
you'd probably be able to find one of those courses at any point in time.
Well, we better be sure.
To get that one, you have to like not, like if anything low, it's gonna be touch.
Well, it's
Lots of
coming in
conversation here. We'll continue to listen in.
If he hits, yeah, you got to hit it here. But should fly over it. Just we better be sure.
Well, I think we got a good chance to like block the shot.
Well, it's that or I'm coming right here,
Yeah, that's
Gonna play the side pin.
which is really good.
If not, then they're coming off this one, hitting the multi button. Yeah.
That's where you get through a hole. It outcounts those two, and then he can't play in there.
Put it right here, man. He doesn't have it, and that guard's in the way. He can't whip weight at it. Yeah, I think it's probably easier than me trying to put a guard there. Okay,
so
Oh, we made it.
right here, right in there.
trying to like be just a piece around
Looks
it.
like
See what
Right
they
here.
finally decided on is actually coming right in and almost biting the forefoot with his intern.
Yeah,
He
you're right.
thinks
It's
he
probably
can
easier
take
that way.
almost everything away.
Right,
from
you want to
Bruce if
kind
he
of get
can
it
put a
on
rock
his
right there.
EF, so
Right
that
on the
he's
Astec
got to
safety
navigate a
logo,
thin port, or he's got to
taking
make
away
an
that
angle raise for
intern
one.
And
raise.
Okay.
I think Bruce will struggle to score
But
here
there's
if
not,
he can
there's,
put
I
a
don't think
rock
there's a
right there.
spot where we give him really anything.
Lots
I
of
don't click
discussion
open.
about the timers. Another thing that you have to realize with respect to that, and yeah, these guys are taking a lot of time. This is the biggest purse these guys play for outside of a Grand Slam. So
We
there's
giving them
big
too
money
much
involved.
respect?
These decisions, these shots have huge implication. And yeah, they're definitely taking a little bit more time, but
Should I not take more
you're
ice?
seeing some unbelievable shot making.
Go to
You're
the
getting to
edge?
hear in on the strategies, and you know, for
I know, but I still gotta
shows
get
like
out there,
myself,
otherwise-
I'm learning.
And it allows some of us to go run and grab another coffee.
Edge 12.
Yeah.
You know, bathroom breaks, all of that, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot more.
I don't mind it.
Edge. This is gonna come in there, guys. I don't think we're not worried about speed.
All right, Mike McEwen with his last rock here in 6, trying to make the scoring area extremely small with 4 red in and around that button. Mike McEwen looking to bring this one into the forefoot.
Easy flash, easy. Easy.
Colton Flash
Whoa, 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 girl.
needing this one to curl.
Hold it, whoa, 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 whoa.
Little worried about weight. Needing
Line's
this
okay,
one
guys.
to dig
Line's
in a
great.
little.
Serves a
There's their
purpose.
shot.
blocks that path, and so.
Okay, Bruce.
This is Bruce is showing they have two options. They're going to have to come off his yellow in the 12-foot. Or slash tap his corner guard in.
Either raise doesn't look easy.
Oh, you were assuming it was light.
Not easy. So I paid the big bucks.
The hole is still there.
But very little discussion.
There is a hole.
Bruce has made his decision.
He can put it through the uprights, which would pretty much be game over.
Are they going to draw in on this?
That's why I
or is he
wanted
going to
that
hit off
line
that yellow?
And tighter, like on the ET. Then this gets really tough, right?
Looking like, again, I'm not the be-all, end-all, but looks like he's going to try and draw in here.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going for a draw through the hole. I don't think he's playing the tap with that ice.
Bruce Mouat with his final rock here in 6. Team Adine watching this shot from their game as well.
Clean. Straight.
Bobby and Hammy on the sweep, trying to find the hole, needing to get this to the touch of a button, trying to drive this rock as far as they can. Bruce Mouat
and they will not
comes
get it there.
up short, and it looks like a steal of 2.
2 for sure, maybe 3.
2 for sure, maybe 3. What do you folks at home think?
3 for sure.
3.
And it is 3.
It is
Grant
3.
kicks off the rock, not measuring. It will be a steal of 3.
As Mike McEwen
I just can't believe they spoke.
steals 3 here in 6. It's 6-2 for McEwen heading into the 7th end. We'll get a message here from our sponsors at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge, proudly presenting sponsor of Wild Rose Pump and Compression. We just saw a massive steal of 3 from Team McEwen as they take the lead 6-2 heading into the 7th end. Doc, turning point of the game right there.
Shock you. 2 or 3 shots in a row from Mouat's team where they just wrecked on a guard, like millimeters from making their shot and got in trouble. And as you could see, there's really only 2 options for 3, maybe 3 for Bruce, but none of them were very easy at all. And just came up a little bit light with his draw.
An update from the other semifinal going on sheet 5. Dunstone gets 1 and held to 1 after a blank in 5. They get 1 in 6. That game in the 7th end is now tied 5-5. Great curling going on right now so far. Finals on the way at 2 o'clock. We've got lots to be decided here right now, as Team McEwen probably didn't see a steal of 3 coming.
No.
They get it. Question, when was the last time someone stole 3 on Mouat? Probably when they were 15 years old.
Yeah, it's probably it doesn't happen very often.
But a very well played end by Team
Yeah,
McEwen.
very much so.
So now for Bruce Mouat, you're in the 7th end. You've got to find a way to 3.
Got to stay patient. Need some guards in play, obviously. But have to remain patient. And you're almost gonna need a miss or two out of the McEwen team to take advantage of that, and hopefully you can get 2 or 3 back so that there is hope playing 8.
Let's not forget, folks, this is the world #1 team. Yes, it's 6-2. Can they fight their way back into this? Absolutely they can. This is not over yet by any means. So,
Just level with it. Really
Hammy McMillan here with his second shot. Looking for the corner guard, sticking with the strategy.
Good shot, Hank.
It'll be fairly easy decisions for Team McEwen. Once you get to the 5 rocks, it'll be removing as many guards as you can.
The other option is this.
Yeah,
over
end of the
here.
day, eliminate as much granite as possible.
Easy call on Mike's end. Get rid of the guards once they get to 5 rocks. So if you elected to come around and put a 3rd rock in the rings, definitely don't want a guard at this point. When you're up 4, they want everything in the house or through the house.
Close for line.
First shot here from Kevin Marsh. Here in 7.
Line's good. Easy.
Looking to bring this one around that center guard into the house. Right in on top of the other 2.
Load up the 4-foot.
Okay.
Good shot there from Kevin.
Yep, right in the nose. Try and get close to the nose.
With 3 rocks in the house, now Bruce needs to bring the play in. Asking Bobby to come around with his out turn and just tap, sit in front of those red rocks.
Bobby Lammy with his first shot here in 7. Looking to come around and create some separation on those red rocks in the house. Around the guard, gets the tap, moves some things around.
Back, get the rock sitting in the back of the house. They don't really need to remove them. Ideally, they would just push them to the back.
Rip it.
So they're left there to possibly jam on. To generate points, keep them in the back of the house. Now you'll see probably a few peels from McEwen's team.
Come rocking out of the hack. Looking to peel that guard off, and mission accomplished.
Bruce very quickly is called for the come around their corner guard. Use their 1 guard that is available.
Curling zone, boys, thanks for the stats. This season, the worst stolen end Mouat has given up was a steal of 2, doing it 4 times. So
thank you for that, Curling
that is
zone.
the biggest steal they've given up all year long.
We got to witness it right in front of us, Kyle. We don't see that very often, not from this Scottish team. That's for sure.
Yeah, an unfortunate turn of events, but trying to find some offense here in 7.
Thick half. Even half spot. Half is good.
Sounds like Mike's voice is starting to go.
Mike is starting to lose his voice a bit. A little croaky. They will peel this yellow, get rid of it out of the rings.
Yep.
Colton Flash coming at it.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Finds yellow, removes one of the reds.
Easily.
But right now, McEwen's sitting 2 inside the house.
Ooh, now the call will be to draw around those double guards.
Nicely done.
So Bruce goes around the corner guard, gets it over inside the 12-foot on that side. For McEwen, does he even go after it?
I think if he, with his rock sitting where they are, if this is fully behind, I think you'll see Mike is going to probably peel 1. If not, if there's a chance to double off those guards, he'll get rid of them.
Okay. Good shot there from Grant Hardy. Fully blocked.
That is fully buried.
13-8.
You'll see him. He's got to remove something there.
That was 14.
Now Mike looking to come in right on top of it.
Because it came heavy. He's saying maybe we draw in.
I got close to a 14 on it.
That's just behind.
They were just a little bit heavy. He can draw.
Yep. Let's go.
Even to the tee line will eliminate that yellow rock.
Flash with his second.
Room. Close. Close. Clean.
Hearing some oohs and ahs from Scott and Ryan.
Sure.
As a miss from Tima Dean.
Gotta go.
Didn't get to see the shot, but the oohs and ahs are telling me there was a miss.
Line's great. Easy. Yep.
Good shot here from Colton Flash.
What?
Nice shot, good angle.
I can chip that over facing on a little bit edge.
Oh boy. Nice sweep, yeah.
Bruce quickly onto this, but Grant Lammy not 100% good with where Bruce is looking, so coming down to have a chat.
He has no choice.
We'll listen in.
Basically that ends the 3.
Try and just sit second. I think this is there. Yeah? Just think if you want 3, you need to bring that yellow into play, don't we? Yes, you do. Try and move this to here then. Yeah, do you think I can make it this way? No. I'm thinking, Drink, you can ever just play it like back forward around here.
Okay.
Just bump open.
What is there, to be fair?
Better rotation.
Sideways off there, really tough.
It's going to come off the hill pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to get to close to the nose. Try that. I think if we lock that on, it's also a very good option. But just back 4, back 8.
While these guys make their decision on their shots, we want to take a moment to thank Groovy Productions, Maz Entertainment, putting this whole production together with a bunch of amateur commentators, making us look like we know what we're doing. So big thanks to the guys from Maz Entertainment and Groovy Productions. A lot of work goes on behind the scenes to make this happen. There's Daryl and myself, poster boys for today. In this semifinal, as Grant Hardy steps in for his second shot here in 7. What do we got going on here, Daryl?
Possible.
That is, he's almost on the next sheet, taking ice.
You could nose top the yellow, so I'm pretty sure
he's literally asking him to throw it.
So it looks like they're maybe going to try and come around those corner guards, maybe, with a lot of rotation.
This is a shot you don't see every day.
No.
Hard line. Yep.
With his broom almost over on sheet 5 for ice.
Don't think this is what they were hoping for.
No.
Again, Bob. Hard.
Did not get around that corner guard. But still have some corner guards up, so
What's his
not
best
awful.
chance for 2 here?
I don't know if he could take enough ice to get around those corner guards, Kyle, the way it curls.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that fine?
I guess you could have thrown it at Matt Dunstone.
I was just going to say he would have to slide out of the hack, aiming at Matt Dunstone on the sheet next door.
But nonetheless, now
I think then
Mike McEwen seeing an opportunity.
If I could go ananywhere, I'd
to try and find a steal and close out this match here in 7. Any steal here by McEwen is probably going to end this game.
Help? I don't think that helps. That just gives him. That would give him.
What's he playing? Is he playing a freeze here? Or
If I throw this to the boards, what is he playing? Yeah.
Like this?
That's his shot. We can't guard because could he actually?
Let's go right here then. Let's go over here then. If he.
I think you go way over here. Yeah.
So then if he makes this as well, then you have another one out counting it? Is that the objective?
Right here.
To sit 3? If say he makes that, we sit 3 still? What?
Grant Hardy's decided it's time to sit back, relax, and
okay.
listen to what Mike McEwen
Well,
wants to do.
I don't see any reason to go here. He's going to try to nut this.
Get Grant a drink there. I think he'd be quite
You're
comfortable.
seeing this, right?
Well,
surprised he hasn't ventured over to the MNP VIP lounge.
If say you ever go here, would you ever leave
Located
a
down
double
on the ice right
Well,
now.
my
Lots
fear
of
is, like,
people
if he,
It's going through his head.
if I go like
engaging
this,
in what's going on
and he
both
puts it
sheets.
here, I can't get it out. Yeah. That sucks.
Is this rock?
If I'm a little higher, I guess he's coming
Colton's
off
down here
this
at the
way,
end.
and that
He's
we
making
probably
his
don't want
decision,
that.
but
because if I'm here,
Mike
he's
hasn't
playing
fully made
this
his yet.
across the house. Right, that's a shot.
I don't love it really.
No, I agree. Maybe this is a shot. Because there's a couple of not great spots.
Yeah.
I like this, Kev.
All right. Looks
I
like
like
Mike's made his decision.
There's 1 or 2 bad spots over there.
Well, Charles Young asked a question, why did Mo go center guard? And it might be Charles, the thought process is that Team Mouat might have been worried that if they threw up a corner guard right off the bat, Team McEwen could try and tick it over.
How's that ice look?
Whereas if it's touching the center line, they can't touch it.
It's more than
for 5
flat. I
rocks.
need more
That
than
may be the thought process that was going on with throwing up a center guard to start with and then going to a corner.
Mike McEwen, his first rock.
Hey, hair tight.
Here in 7.
Line's okay.
Looking to draw
Yep,
around
right.
the corner guards
Hey,
on
whoa.
top of his
Right.
red rock.
Oh, getting a little tight, yep.
Looking
Hard line.
really tight.
Have to go to get this by
And it's
the
starting to
guard.
go now.
Whoa, then whoa. Fuck.
This will not get past that.
Will not get past it. Comes
Probably
in
fine.
onto the top of the
That
4-foot.
looks fine to me.
Mike
McEwen
himself,
sitting 4.
when
I
he
was
let it
just a
go, you
little
could hear Mike say,
softy, really, like
a
line-wise.
little tight. He
Yeah, I
himself
just-
called
yeah,
himself
just
tight
I
as he let
just
it go.
gotta-
Yeah.
Some of us skips do
Try
that.
not to overthrow it, because I kicked a little too hard, to be honest. But that was heavy, wasn't it? It was borderline heavy.
We'll listen in here as
actually not
Bruce
really
and
a bad
Grant,
spot.
Hammy, and Bobby try and figure out.
Still no easy answers generating some points here because at some point they're going to have to deal with the rocks that are in the 4-foot.
Yeah, at some point they're going to have to get inside that scoring area.
Yep.
And
they're
they,
running
they
out of
can't
rocks.
only get 1 here.
Yeah.
They need to find a way to multiple points, 2
What about
or
making
3,
this double and rolling under
to
here?
keep themselves in this game.
And they only have 2 rocks left.
2 rocks to go
Make this double and roll under here and maybe he takes the run on.
It's not just low draw
for
here.
Mouat, 1 for McEwen.
Just barrier and get to here. Still gonna make it. Pass it off, you got this. To here and maybe get in.
Just roll into the gap then.
Yeah. You can just overroll to there, he's still gonna make
Trying
one.
to figure
I like
out their best opportunity to make some points happen. Bruce has made his decision. He's making his
Is that
way
easy,
back
Barrier?
down. Hammy
They
is
have
still
to-
looking at Grant, making sure that he agrees
I
with
thought.
the call.
They got to move some
like
reds, but
995?
somehow hide Kyle, wherever a shooter's going to
95?
be. So they are
Yeah,
going
like
to try and
10-5.
move the red rock
10-5.
in the 4-foot and roll over
you
to
10.
the right as we see it on the monitor and hope for a miss.
Some of us asking how come there's no pictures or drawing today. Well, those guys got that technology on sheet number 5. And Doc and I didn't pass the Telestrator course last night, so they didn't give it to us.
Probably scared we'd break something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Bruce Mouat here.
Close.
His first shot in 7.
Whoa.
Trying to get a hit and roll under a little bit of cover.
Go.
Trying to roll to hide.
Good shot there from Bruce.
Yeah, good shot. Now he needs a
Deals with those 2 rocks in the 4-foot, and now sitting shot rock under cover.
8 on the nose.
Sure.
This will be a run back
Be able to
by
manage it
Mike.
there.
Yeah. Just choose the turn he likes the best. Not a lot of separation between them, so not a real difficult shot.
Mike's made his way, made his decision with his final rock here in 7.
I think an 8
Looking to steal and finish this game.
How's that look?
And an opportunity at a chance to get into the final here at the Astec Safety Challenge. Over on sheet 5 after 7 ends. Dunstone steals 1 in 7. Adine will have hammer coming home at 6-5 Dunstone.
Picked.
McEwen with his final rock here in 7. And it picks. Very unfortunate. Almost right out of his hand. When we see the replay, maybe we can see where this happens, but it was right after he let it go.
What way is easier, do you think?
Wow. Unfortunate.
Very shortly after the hog line. And it's already gone. You can see
as soon as he released,
very unlucky.
There was something on the ice. Mike has found it.
Big hair. Catch an inch in the
hair.
A hair. We were talking about this. How unlikely. I don't know if it's from a broom or from a human head.
Big hair.
Kevin and Colton both use hair brooms when they throw.
Hit it.
So
hit a big hair.
The hair is up. It's not dragging on the ice when they slide out.
Yeah.
So the broom head, the wood part is down.
Wow.
Now, how?
Door open. Wow.
How
Found the hair hit. It was a big hair.
do they get 2 or 3 out of this?
We'll listen in to the pros here, Bruce and Grant.
Yeah. I just think the chance of that almost sticks there to make this one.
Normal?
I think he'd peel.
Okay, peel.
Just with a no tick, you could maybe make him face 2 easy enough.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Whatever you guys like. I think the draw is probably smarter. Okay, that's good.
All right, Bruce has made his decision. The break that he probably needed
Just glad you're not
to get himself maybe back into this.
It's just going to be a draw for 2. They did
Looked like
look
one
at
of Grant's
trying
hairs.
the slash double, but that would also only be for 2, unless you could do
No, it
it with
wasn't
just
curly,
like
it
board
was
weight.
straight.
Very, very difficult. So instead, he's going to draw for 2 and take his chances coming home down 2 without hammer.
Bruce Mouat looking to find some numbers here.
Line's okay. Always hammy. Always hammy. You're on the yellow if you need it.
It's looking pretty close. Sweepers are happy with it.
Looks
Line
like
is
they're
good.
happy.
And that will be 2.
It will be 2 for Bruce Mouat here in 7. 6 McEwen for Mouat as we head to the 8th end here at the Astec Safety Challenge. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
I mean,
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house? What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
at time.
Welcome back to Lloydminster, the Astec Safety Challenge. I'm Daryl Hanley beside Kyle Mulligan. It's been a real treat bringing this game to you. And Team Mouat down 2 without hammers, a tall order at this level of curling, Kyle. The stats would say it doesn't look very favorable for the Scots, but they're the number 1 team in the world for a reason.
It is
It may not look favorable, but you know, with 2 shots to go in the last end, we thought maybe Mouat was in some trouble. And a break that you don't want to see in any game. A hair in the middle of the ice in the shooting path of Mike McEwen burned his final rock in the end, and Mouat was able to find 2. Nothing's impossible. Mistakes happen, things happen. But yeah, Mouat needs to find 2 to extend this game to an extra end, and we'll need to find a steal in the extra end to win the game. But everything is possible here as
Curl if you can.
Hammy McMillan with his final shot here of the game in the 8th end. Looking to find that center guard just over the hog line. And they get it there.
Wait, just over the hog.
Bobby gets it over the line.
Good with the out.
Little red-faced at the end.
Hold this.
Now with that not being on the center line,
So throw a positive.
looks as though
right?
Mike wants to
And
move
then
that one over a
He's
little
going
bit
to
here.
try and tick it over, which is probably why Bruce last end went to a center guard when he had hammer. Teams are very, very, very good at this shot. Move it over, but not out of play.
Solid. Well, solid.
Cannot touch the boards, or it has to be
Heavy
replaced.
half. Whoa, 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 curl. Heavy half.
And enough weight that they get rid of their own red rock, no matter what happens.
So he didn't
And
get
they're not
that
allowed.
rock. And with that rock being on the center line, they're going to be able to bring that one back, correct?
Yep.
I'm assuming.
And then the shooter goes away.
That.
Maybe better as it is. Well, it's biting the line, right?
So,
there's a ring right
again,
here, Bruce.
Let's just have a think.
Okay. There's a ring right there for reference.
I haven't seen this in any of the events so far.
That's where
So
the
now
ring is.
they have the decision of replacing the rock, or do
They
they
don't have an
leave it
angle
as
there.
is? They may like
Okay. And we can hit and check and
the
get
2
on there.
guards lined up better than what they were, so they might just leave it.
Yeah.
That
Going
is
extra?
their option. And that is what they're going to do, Kyle.
Prefer leaving
So
it?
Team Mouat has decided to leave the McEwen rock in play.
Lined
Just
up
declining.
better, hard, tougher to peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of where that red rock is. It's a better guard than where they were.
So declining to have their rock replaced.
Out turn going this way.
New rule, one I don't know anything about, so good thing Daryl is here on this one.
Sweep it the whole way.
As Bobby Lammy settles in for his shot.
Around.
Line's great.
Come around those guards.
Looking for the come around. Trying to find the 4-foot here. Hammy and Grant on the sweep, trying to drag that as far as they can.
Great shot. Real
And they
nice.
do a good shot there.
Beauty.
Great shot.
From Bobby Lammy.
Is buried.
Let's get rid of this.
Now they can peel after the 5 rock rule. They'll get rid of the long guard first.
And a couple comments in the chat. It was a hair. Mike McEwen pulled a hair off the ice when he went back to see what caused that rock to go wild. It was a hair. It wasn't anything off a gripper. It was definitely a hair from somebody's broom.
Some point.
Now Bobby Lammy with his second. Looking to bring this right back on top of that yellow rock they have
So all there, Hammy.
lost as a guard.
Pretty tight line.
I think they're probably on this first one. We'll just replace that guard.
Yep.
They still need a couple guards there, and eventually they'll have to bring another rock
Gotta
in.
go.
They're gonna have to work to get this over the hog line, and it will not. Hog from Bobby. He'll owe everyone around.
Well
here in
done.
the
You can
lounge.
tell me I'm wrong, but Colton Flash uses a hair broom when he throws.
Yes.
Whereas the hair on that broom fell onto the ice. So I'm here in Lloydminster. You're not. I heard Mike say it, so pretty sure I'm right.
He did say it was a hair. He picked it up off the ice.
Grant Hardy with his first shot.
Line's good. Always hammy. Over curling slightly. Line's good.
No, you're. Oh, you are.
Line's good.
Gets the guard back up there. Seems like the strategy is just to keep it clean for Team McEwen here.
For sure. Big advantage to McEwen when that guard attempt was hogged.
Trying to keep things clean as possible. Colton Flash with his first rock. Takes the guard out of play. Now Bruce. Looking like we're going to get another guard again. As Grant Hardy makes his final shot in this semifinal game.
Thinking this.
As I look over to our friends on sheet 5, there's an absolute ton of rocks in front of the house over there. We'll get an update as they're getting ready to throw their final third stones over there as well. Colton Mouat getting ready to throw his final rock over there.
Yeah, I hope he stuffs.
You're just gonna make the double.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us in a good spot. It's easier to
You
get in a
just
spot
place
there.
the yellow one anyway. Like we're up by 2.
Yeah. Bob, yours ran well
Like,
here.
why would we have to try to hit the red? Oh, okay.
Final rock here.
You know what I
for
mean?
Grant
Like
Hardy.
we're up by 2. Take out their fucking.
Line's good.
There's no guard.
Line's
Yeah,
good.
Looking for the
Oh, they
guard.
have to come around.
What was you, Bob? Line's good.
Yeah,
Perfect. As far as you can.
So they don't have much to
13-7.
cover anymore, so they're going to try and go
Far as you can,
around,
Bob.
Get in
to the
behind
back
that
of the
red
ring,
rock.
and they're going to need
Yeah, good shoot. Good shoot.
2 or 3 misses now from the McEwen
So
team
easy too. Yeah.
with no
But I
guards
mean,
in play.
Very makeable.
The
for you.
double is
Throw Pio.
accessible here for Flash.
Flash got a chance at the double here.
Yep.
Colton
Yeah.
Flash coming down.
Whoa.
With the chance at the double.
Shot.
And he makes it. Good shot there from Colton Flash.
Not many places to hide now, Kyle.
Not really.
2 rocks left for Mouat
Great
team.
throw.
They'll try and come around this red rock again.
All right. Bruce Mouat with his first shot here in 8. Needs to steal 2 in this end to extend the game to an extra end. Needs this one to be a perfect bury, and it's going to need a mistake from McEwen.
Line's okay. Looks like it's running.
Bobby Lammy on the sweep there.
This is heavy. So.
Line's good.
Touched it, looks a little heavy maybe.
Looking a touch heavy. Mike's come out to try and sweep this one by. He's going to do so.
Thanks, guys.
And
That
that
will be
is
the
the
game.
game. Mike McEwen has taken out the world #1
Give you
Bruce
a break on that
Mouat
one.
at the Astec Safety Challenge. And they have booked their ticket to the final at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Daryl,
I had
what a
full
finish,
energy
what a
for that
game.
sweep,
What are your
so
final
What a
thoughts?
game, just
Gave you a
unbelievable.
break.
Obviously the 3-ender that was a steal kind of killed Team Mouat. They played very well. But this McEwen team, they keep rolling. Not much more to say. Great team out of Saskatoon. What a
Great
year.
game, lots of fun. Thank you to everyone for tuning in online. There's 4 shots left in the other game right now. We'll jump you over there as quick as we can so you can see the end. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you at 2 o'clock.
I heard the call was 10-5, just a nice control weight hit. Nice control weight hit and stick.
Looks like a lot of ice.
Nej, det trodde inte jag heller. Men det är mest fartens vatten, den fick fågeln. Håller vi igång den lite mer och det är typ bara ett lopp så tror jag vi har den förbi faktiskt. Men på sista metern är ju i alla fall en sån köl liksom. Det är bara det blir. Vad är det nu? Skjuta konen in på toppstenen.
Boy, Dunstone sits right there, Ryan. Make it very difficult.
Curl. Kan man ju försöka runda.
This is out there.
Curl. Clean.
Curl. Weight's really good.
Curl.
EJ coming for the save. Pretty good shot. Pretty good.
Would have liked to curl a little bit more. I think that in-off Scott is there. And to stay buried.
Did he leave an opportunity?
Ja.
I think he did.
Let's watch this.
Gör han
A little slower
den
to come up
och
with.
rullar
Great
av så
replay
har
action
vi
here.
alltså knack på split om vi vill. Ja, vinst. Man kan ju runda ner här också och tvinga han att gå i hålet.
Great sweep.
Det är det lättaste sättet att säkert få en skotte, men det kanske blir för lätt för han.
I think that fooled him a little bit.
Ska man liksom ligga bra, då är det nästan som man ligger andra sten, låter den ligga skottet. Det är att han måste raka hålet, pricka hålet, det är mest det jag tänker.
Draw to the wing.
Nej, men vi kan ju lägga den liksom på vitt, full vitt på
It's being
T-line.
discussed right now.
Spela på att han missar hålet. Hans fördel är väl om han går mjukt att han kan råka tappa in den om han hänger den också.
Try and end up
Men
around the
då har vi
corner.
missat i alla fall.
very tough to
Jag
make
gillar
that
titeln också, det var
Shot rock.
väldigt precis.
Shot rock to the corner.
Det är typ
Didn't
en
quite have it
normal.
right there.
Ja.
It is very difficult to make that double
gör det.
though. Because you got to really navigate that tight that center guard to make that double. It's just there, I think, though.
Jag gillar lite mer än normal.
Got to hit it like.
Kan du
Make
träffa
it perfect. You want to hit like a.
en femtedel så är det klångt. Ja, om jag absolut papprar den tar jag inte jättetjockt i den där. Kan spela en 10 också. Vad är optimalträffen?
The shooter's just going to spin upwards.
Fjärdedel. Ja, då gillar jag en fjärde 8.
But if you ignore and go around the corner.
Okej.
Dunstone
Bara
might
linjer.
just ignore you and
Smiter
just
den,
play
tar
a tap on
nästan
his last.
åttondel bara.
And beat you to the center.
Gillar du så?
I'm not surprised by this call because you have to at least be able to score this end.
Probably just a nice normal weight hit here.
Yeah, nothing big here.
Nothing too big.
Yep.
This is curling. This is curling a lot, Ryan.
Yep.
It's on the center. Did it nudge it? Oh, he did. Got a nice little rub there to the wing.
Okej.
So, Dunstone laying 2. Which one do you want to tap up, Ryan? This really curled hard on a D.
Little careful.
That wasn't an easy shot, Scott.
It wasn't. No, that's right.
You had to be very close to that center to make that shot.
He punched it in for third shot.
He hits it. Or like,
And you know,
like
so
is what you're thinking?
Probably tap the one that's on the S of Astec.
It's coming this way, right? Yeah. For him to make it, he has to go. Or no.
it's the safer tap because it'll leave.
No.
You'll for sure, you'll always have second shot and eventually third shot by not moving it. Matt's talking about 7/8 tap.
That's a death sentence.
So doesn't this just go into there?
No, it might go over the top.
Yeah.
I think nose is good.
Nose is pretty good. But I think you want to try to get this, like, you
yeah,
want to get it back
even
here.
First, you just want to make sure there's no triples involved.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you're throwing like
If they
back
could get
8.
to the nose of this.
Is it like edge of 4?
That's what I was seeing. We're
What's
lying
that?
2 right now, yes.
Sitting 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can throw any
Yeah,
kind of guard.
Sista där, tappen i sjunde. Och förbi den så.
Just inside the edge of the forefoot here. Trying to tap that stone straight back.
Yeah. Might even be max ice.
Trying to tap that stone straight back.
You like that?
Yeah.
Into the forefoot.
Looks like a ton of ice.
As long as you are.
Do you think it's going to continue to curl after the center line? Still?
Interesting comment
How does
there,
it look
Ryan.
from the hack?
Okay.
Is it going to continue to curl after it grabs the center line? Because we've seen that this morning.
We have.
I think I need a boom last call.
On even hits too. So.
Low 14s to tee. Okay. I'll try and give you. I'll think 14 out of my hand.
Here we go, Rye.
Clean. Clean. Yep.
Back four was the call early.
Yep.
Big hauler.
Hard.
This is curling. Down.
Lock it on.
Just a hair light. I got.
Any
just a
bounce is
hair
good.
light,
Yeah, you gotta move it.
14.5
Gotta move it. Gotta move it.
I got, so
Gotta move it.
just
Just move it a little
hair
bit.
lighter than you wanted to be. Now, what did you leave, Ryan? Did you leave the? Can you leave a triple?
Nudda den
Does
och
it
sen
clear the
ner
yellow?
L som BG gjorde igår. Och sen behöver vi bara trycka den en deci
Har den så tunt så det är tight på den kanske va?
Probably about
den borde
5
gå
feet
under.
light on that.
Skulle du göra den här känns som
bit
en
light.
sjättedel eller?
Now they're looking at
I think his line would have been pretty close if it with a little extra weight there.
spot
Kan
on.
den,
Just
om
känns
den
som-
smiter den kan den
It's going to be
pressas igenom då?
Overcurled
Gör den där så gör den det. Jag
by
tror inte det.
Nej jag tror
a
inte.
little less than half a rock.
Det är väl om den tar
we
där
can-
tunt och sen
we can
inte
make
får
a
så mycket
strike
och
on this
försvinner
and come
igenom. Jag
into
tycker inte
these
den ska
reds.
göra det.
Då siktar jag på att träffa den
Is there enough?
ringen som
Does
ligger
it
där.
get
Skulle säga
by
sikta
that
på
yellow?
tak.
Ja exakt,
Exakt.
ringen som ligger där.
Maybe just under?
That's the question, and you
Ja.
got.
Då tar vi den
If
lite
anybody
först,
knows
en
that
lång
Dean
väg för den
knows,
måste ut.
he's as good as anybody when it comes to angles.
Jag tänker in i den här i en 40% i den.
I think it clears Scott.
Ja.
I think it just goes underneath it,
Samma
Ryan.
väg.
Nej, jag gillar outen.
Okej. Vilken sten har du nu? 8 eller?
Because you want to touch
Tror vi den kommer göra.
back part of.
Inte mycket.
There was some discussion as to which rock.
Ganska rakt
They know
kommer den
they
gå.
want to strike
Men jag
this
sätter den
rock here, as we're
20%
Oscar
träff.
Erikens broom
Ja,
is.
jag sätter den på
Then which
2
rock to hit
skräck i
secondly.
luft så borde den bli
That's
bra.
right.
That was the discussion.
And I think you have to hit the second, not shot rock.
Vad sa du?
Next, you have
Där.
to hit the back part
Lite mer.
of,
Just
Ja.
of the top 12 rock to make them all go.
well, this is
Going to be
this
thrown
is
pretty
it.
hard.
This is for all the marbles.
This is going to be thrown pretty hard. It'll be probably 6 or sub 6. Going with the out turn.
Here we go, Ryan.
Japp! Wow! Japp! Wow! 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 Ja!
Very
Wow! Wow!
Is that all? For one.
Bra spel.
One.
Nicholas Edin scoring one in 8.
Just undercurled a little bit there.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Ja, bra spelat.
They score, so
Ja,
we'll
det
be
såg ut som den låg på
Go to an
typ-
extra.
going to an extra end. Let's watch this on the replay.
Play him back this way.
Just hitting thinly.
Ja, han hade ju gått
Just
under
needed
där.
it
Nu, absolut
just a little bit
lika
more.
bra.
Yeah, he never made contact at all with the other top 12 rock. I think that was needed to possibly get 2 there.
We haven't seen a lot of rocks high peel to the wing.
Really hard shot.
And we'll be joining you guys for the extra end. We'll be right back.
At Strathcona Resources, we're more than just an energy company. We're a part of our communities. We take pride in hiring locals, creating opportunities right here at home, and fueling our community's growth. With safety at the heart of everything we do, we ensure a responsible and secure environment for our team and for our neighbors.
And we're back. Extra end action at the Astec Safety Challenge semi-final. Matt Dunstone versus Nicholas Hedin. Here we go, Ryan. Extra end tied. Dunstone hammer.
Yeah, so what we do at this event here is we bring the rocks back to the far end and we play to the home end for the extra end. A little better for our viewers at the curling club here, so they can see what's going on in the house.
Yeah, it's a good rule. It's good that we can do that. They really want this to touch the center line, so the opposition can't.
Good enough.
Ticket.
So these two stones by the lead are critical.
Very critical.
They got to be placed in good spots to make the taps for the Dean team as hard as possible.
Line's good.
To me, it's this is every bit as part of the defense in
max room
in the scenario where you're trying to just score your single in the last, as it is with peeling.
Looks full 4 foot here.
Maximum depth. Yep.
Nice shot. Shot by Ryan Harnden. Great start to the extra end action here.
Now to get another one right on the center line, but
right there where Nicholas Hedin is tapping.
Yeah, try to get it a couple feet short of the house.
Ja, behöver inte vara supernära. Lämna lite luft, okej. Den kommer hårt, så den är bra.
This path today, just that little extra warp right there. Ryan.
Just a light dust.
Yeah.
Good
Nice
shot.
Yeah, great shot. We'll see Ryan Harnden drawing again.
This one you'll probably want to bite the 4 foot or just have a little bit of separation between that and the...
Just create a space, just biting the 4 foot, Ryan?
I think so.
Let's see what we get.
Line's important though here too.
Top 8, top 12.
Throwing a lot of shots down this spot. This side of the sheet's been used a lot this game.
Top 12. Top 12. Not even tight.
Oh, that's...
16 fram nu, det är bara en nära gard.
That is not what they wanted there.
Just rubbing?
Just light.
De ligger. Limma frysen nu. Den är i alla fall ganska tunn för att få den ner
Good
så.
opportunity for a Dean here.
Full fyra är fryst. Mycket
Get
is
to the
vill ha.
nose of this. Don't have to tap it just yet. Just get yourself in a good spot. Stay in front of it.
Lite plats.
This is looking a little warm at the moment.
Gott om plats, gott om.
Has Rana thrown a draw
Den
lately?
ser
It's
ut
been
att
a
vara...
while.
Coming down.
I'm sure this side of the ice will
Kommer
be
ner
fine
nu
with this
med.
late break.
Behöver kalla
Ryan.
fortfarande, behöver kalla mycket.
This will skate right here.
No, I
Bara
know, but it
klippa.
will still bust right in here.
Yep.
Very nice shot.
Ja, snyggt. Bra skott.
Like we said earlier, farther you go out, often the more curl you get. It's what they call a tiny bit dish.
Tiny bit dish. Scraping the dish, eh, Ryan? Ever so slightly. So
Now going for the double peel.
see if we can find the.
Okay. Nice shot by EJ.
Really good.
Till hög.
One more double away from getting out of trouble. The Dean's going to do everything he can here to protect.
Let's look at that again here, Scott. So, I guess if they let that curl a tiny bit more, they might have caught the ones on the 4 foot too.
Could have. Really well played.
But they were pretty content in just getting 2 of those off.
Right.
That's really hard to call the line on something like that to catch the ones in the house too.
Been really good curling here, Ryan. Look at that. Terrific high guard from Rana.
Pretty difficult to make a double peel here. Those are just perfectly placed.
Probably just peel the top one, Ryan.
That's right. Can't risk
Det är väl då klipper de garden bara.
Going bonk, bonk. And leaving the 2 rocks in the house like that.
That's fine. It's good.
Samma. Ja. Drog lite mer curl här sist. Gillar du samma is som
Some of the
Ralle?
hardest shots in curling are these high centers.
Klippa sten.
But these guys, the whole game have been...
They've really been making it look easy, Ryan.
Yeah.
That makes me want to practice when we're done here.
It's always within a 2-foot radius there. Just
They haven't missed any.
none.
Not one.
That speaks volumes, not just to the thrower, but the sweepers that judge that perfectly every time too.
Tight, tight.
It's so easy to oversweep something like that. Because you want to make sure you're over the hog line, of course, right?
For sure. You
Don't need to
pull the string,
pull the
so to
string
speak.
and
They're coming out just over. Wow,
And then
done
have
with
the-
ease.
Tar de den nedre så det gör inte...
Now you might give that a go. Got to play that across the face.
Jag tänkte säga, behöver vi göra
See what Matt decides.
Vad gör de?
You might.
Just do the middle one.
Yeah, I might do the middle one.
Om vi
You
bara...
know, Ryan, I really, in my humble opinion, I really like that call. I think that's the danger rock. I think the high guard
Han har ju missat ett par dragningar i matchen också.
The only problem is it's very difficult just to get that tight center one because that's pretty buried too. So
you can't see a lot of it.
Yeah.
But we're on thirds first in an extra end.
Are we trying
I really
to
feel
that
that's
tight
the
one?
problem, Stone, at this juncture.
Alternativ, alltså jag funderar på om vi bara ska fortsätta lägga hög de
What?
singelpilar.
Okay, let's just say you.
I really like this call. This one right here.
Och de drog kort om bot nu med...
The thing though, Scott, though, you make that, he just puts you back in the same spot.
True.
Yeah. And maybe makes it a little bit better.
Let's see if we can.
Vad han gör då.
Oh, Matt's walking up to the high guard.
I don't think it's worth
alltid
the.
den här sätta in den.
Let's see what happens. They're gonna wait and see, wait another stone, and see what we have for location of guard.
Don't think it was worth it.
Om vi säger att jag gör det.
There's a lot of potential problems with
Det behöver
that.
vara precis. På samma sätt, min behöver ju vara precis nu, för klippar han den nedre så är det jobbigt. Ja, fast då lägger vi tillbaka
You try to make it too good, and all of a sudden you flash the tight center, and then you're hitting their yellow onto the.
And that's why you and I aren't out there.
Vi kan sätta in den på en sista sten. Där är ju mer än full fyra.
That's why they
Han har dragit väldigt kort ett par gånger. Så den,
Let's see what's decided
det
now.
andra jag ser då, om vi inte ska garda, men det är kanske tidigt att göra det på min. Ja, det är att täppa ner den
Push
dit
the red.
och ligga kvar här själv. Risken också med den bågen den får, jag spelar ju den där hacken där, den kommer så pass hårt, risken att man nästan ligger kvar där. Det är okej. Då ligger man ju nästan skotte.
got 3 stones.
Sätter den. Ja.
Push the red back.
3 stones each
En
left.
hög för nu i alla fall. Ja.
Must be guarding.
Samma is. Tror typ samma. Den kallade ändå bra när jag skulle runda där. Ja. Jag tror inte den kommer kalla över den där decimetern som den förra gjorde. Var det typ 15-20 eller? Förra.
Well,
Let's see what he does here.
but Dean needing the steal here in the extra end.
Determining
When to go.
Go in the house.
One more high.
Längre igång lite grann på
In
linjen.
the one zone is typically
Lite tight. Linjen är bra
described.
själv, linjen är bra själv. 5 centimeter på linan. Ja, den är där, den är där. Jag tror den är perfekt. 5 centimeter på linan, den är perfekt. Ja.
Really nice one guards by this Nicholas Dean team.
Good execution there.
Oh, just excellent execution. Making it look easy, Ryan.
Playing hard with the end turn.
What do you do here?
Tycker vi att vi har båda sidorna?
Ja, vi har båda sidorna.
Han kan ju välja att göra
Maybe you go in the house first.
Kan han välja läggen där.
Then Dean has to make a pretty tough shot on his
Fördelen
next
han får
one.
är att han får se en sten också. Alltså i fartmässigt för han själv.
See if we can listen in.
De spelar på den där.
Yellow guard.
Ja, sätt den dubbel, då är det väl...
Or they're just going to peel the high
Då är
one.
det en väldigt hög gard. Då är det ju...
See where Matt puts it.
Garda igen.
Han lär inte rulla långt. Alltså,
Nej.
han kommer täcka någonting.
Ja, det är väl att lägga en gard mitt på linan då. Eller den platsen där om vi sätter in gul så är den helgömd. Ja, den är väldigt rak. Han kommer inte rulla mer än en och en halv sten.
Täcker i alla fall den dragningen.
Here we go, Ryan.
Yep. Yep.
Big shot here by Cole.
Whoa.
He skinned it. Just missed it. Just missing that second stone.
Gör vi den nu eller?
That did not miss by much. Look at this.
I don't know what happened there.
Risky biscuit there.
It didn't run nearly like my first one. It's almost like it picked. I threw it harder too. I liked it out of my hand.
Nu har man ju faktiskt råd att rulla lite utåt. Rulla så långt så den är öppen, då är den för låg liksom.
Dean's got
Det kanske är den.
like what he's got going on right now.
Are they discussing this tap shot, Ryan? Coming around to this?
The only problem is that
Nej.
Yellowstone is
Går jag
buried.
tight på garden, då går jag gul tror jag.
And it's a tight center guard.
Yeah. Right now, this is the side of the sheet they have.
Oh, I thought I had that meat
14-0 på deras dragning dit. Ja. Sen var 16-0 på den som blev kort. Ja. Den är ju, jag får inte överspela farten för mycket, utan det är bara en bak 12 max liksom. Ja, exakt. Bak då behöver jag ändå all curl jag kan.
Bak 12.
Yeah, you gotta use this turn.
Trying to block from both sides.
Well, that center guard.
Just det.
That center
jag tror
guard's
lite mindre än det.
not really in
Den spelar
play.
jag för att hålla den rak liksom. Det var där ja. Jag tror det så nu. Den där stenen är en sten längre in.
So the
Och en sten
location of this
högre.
rock, Ryan, they're
Ja, det
probably
är så bra.
talking, trying to get into that location somehow.
Yeah.
Och den gick vi
Because
och
the shooter's
väntade på
gonna
länge
roll
också.
off. That we are likely certain of.
Jag tror vi behöver gå rätt tight, men när det är smit då är det verkligen max.
Boy, these all important last stones and the placement of them.
So he's gonna.
We hasn't been rocks played on this side for a few shots.
I expect this is gonna get carved in. It's the way to make this shot here.
The other game has since left the ice. Let's see where Nicholas Edin ends up here. And
Hålla igång.
how frozen he is in the forefoot.
Ja, linje.
Compared to what he was.
Hårt! Yes!
This looks a little late.
Hårt!
Took off, Ryan.
Max för garden, Hasse. Hårt! Fortsätt efter. Hårt!
Really
Kom
got
igen,
to go hard
världen
for
för
him.
gula. Fortsätt! Kom igen. Fortsätt! Bra sop. Ja, bra sop.
Förlöst bara.
Grym sop, boys.
Ah, fan, fastna i hacken lite. Kom ut jävligt
Bra high guard on that.
That's a really good shot.
Guard for your life.
Yeah, protect.
Just not to block this run.
Let's watch this replay. Just getting by that high guard, Ryan. Really well swept. And just, that's the really close come around.
Sad, do you ever do this?
Getting to the red rock. 14-2 on that shot. Hog to hog.
I think they were probably hoping for more of a.
More push on the
Yeah,
shot rock.
definitely. They were probably hoping to throw a 13-5 there. Got to push that a little, push farther to get shot.
And then either nose hit or draw full foil.
Inte jag missar nästa då.
Then we're interim draw here.
He's in a block it.
But Dunstone far from being out of the woods here.
Sliver high, and he's.
I think you got to go in the rings here.
Should have an open hit.
They're discussing that. They're discussing. Yeah. They're discussing where to go. They're discussing.
Do you put it on the T of Astec?
Do they go?
Or the E?
Pardon me. Let's try that
I
again.
don't think he can ever make this for
They're
shot
thinking.
raw.
The initial call, I thought Matt wanted to come in behind his own.
I don't
which
think
is
he can ever throw the weight needed to make this.
that was
for shot.
discussed.
This is
There was also this was discussed.
Yeah.
So now the discussion. I saw somebody call for the
you
hit
can
here
still,
as
you can
well.
still get at that though.
Get at that. Kaboom.
makes that, but I mean the chances of sticking.
I don't think that
he'll never be able
hits
to
there,
stick
Scott.
This year, I don't think. Yeah.
You think this draws here, Ryan? Try and get to that point. I know Matt discussed it once.
It's there.
I was thinking guard.
Well, you.
Is there still? I still hear guard in the conversations with Colton.
3 rep.
Believe it or not, that shot is there.
Yeah, he's probably just guarding it again.
Really hard. But
if we take all 3, right?
He probably wants me to throw it.
Yeah.
And if we guard, where's the best place to guard, Ryan? Do you want to come in?
I think you want to definitely pass the center guard for
somewhere
sure.
in here.
Because
Dean's
easiest shot right now is probably to play a light tap on that
guard in that vicinity.
Rock that's short of the rings.
Maybe even a touch further out. There's some discussion of a guard.
Now, can he ever?
I think you'll get it far enough
attack?
over like that.
Is that okay for a guard?
Not normal. Not awful.
Not too bad.
I don't think this is ever wrong.
Not too bad. If they ever just tuck that yellow.
Does he ever have a shot on that?
That's the best.
On that out turn on his last.
Like hair high, we get rid of them all.
Does it curl enough to get there?
And then our shooters.
I think it does. They played that side a lot this game.
Okay, this one.
That path coming in. Let's see what they decide.
Yeah, like 3/4.
Yeah.
They're looking at what he has.
They feel like he's got them either way, so they're going to play the run back.
Okay.
That's
This is a hard shot.
That's why they're playing this. They feel like
he's got them both sides.
Both sides, so he can't risk just trying to guard and pray.
You got
to create action here.
He's going to play the run back straight to the yellow pocket and try and dissolve both yellows and the runner as well. Ba-boom.
I think at least the one that was just throwing. I think he wants to at least catch that one.
Well, this is.
If he was able to get both, that's the bonus.
Okay. Let's see how we unfold here at our extra end action at the Astec.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Street.
That's about as good as you could do.
Okay.
Wait, Matt.
Clears the center.
He's going to have a shot on his last one.
He is.
Likely.
So.
Garda, låta han dra. Eller tappa och låta han spela en dubbel.
Pretty good
Är det
shot.
bättre att tappa? Den
Yeah,
där
great
ligger ju
shot.
redan så pass bra.
Got the center off. Got
Ja, men den där ligger ju redan så pass
some
bra.
clutter out of the way and
Eller?
Matt leaving himself one high center guard and
Yeah, good analysis by the Dunstone team on that one.
now they're talking.
Ja, lite förbi den
There
och
we go.
lite framför 10 här. Ja.
There might be a spot where...
Mitt bakom röd, det är väl att han får den då, men ja, han kan få in en hålet här. Det kanske är inte så svårt.
There might be a spot where you place it perfectly. There might not be a shot for Dunstone. Although, now re-looking at that, they might always have that wide in turn. That might still be there.
So they're just trying to decide.
Ja.
Do we go here?
I think there might be this, yeah.
Tappar man
Or do we go
lite insida så kan han
I'm talking about more so on
Dunstone's shot? They'll have that path.
They might have that path. Not easy, but
So Dean has the one high center guard. It's just, Dean is lane 2, but his shot rock is not guarded right now. It's wide open. So there was the initial. Do we go here?
Jo, men då går alltså han kan chappa mig innan, men det är att
den
får inte vara så lång att han kan bli skottig i så fall. Den ser ganska lätt ut. Däremot är vi lite kortare än gimmick-lika också.
I like putting that circle where they're
Den är
tapping the
väldigt
broom.
precis.
Then I know.
Just att även med sätter
Then I know that.
känns det som. Den ska vara väldigt...
So yeah, like right in that region anyways, yeah.
Den här inåt.
I mean, the other place they
får man
can
också
go.
ha nästan vart man än lägger den. Jag funderar på om det.
Do they ever just?
Jag hoppas han missar.
They do that? Do they just? Can they just guard what they have, Ryan?
Ja,
sure they could.
Det är svåra slag som inte ger så mycket svåra slag för han.
Han
kommer troligtvis spela dubben åt det hållet.
You're saying just, you know, Dunstone
jag
just
gillar
needs to be
garden
full
tror jag.
four.
Ju mer jag tänker på det så låter han dra den där vida outen.
That can be a tough shot too.
Ser du?
These guys seem to.
Det kan ju vara nära alltså, garden.
These guys seem to hit button
kan
when they want to.
So they're decided right where Oscar tapped his broom there. That's where we're going.
Okay.
Right there. Let's protect what we have. Real, very tight 3 guard.
Precis, gör ingenting att vara in topp 12.
That didn't work out
Exakt.
very well for me against
För
Gushu.
långt för att den
Might be a
här
little
ska
better
bli
than that.
outcountad på en dubbel så är vi...
But
If he plays
different
the ice.
game. That was like the first game of the event.
Okay.
This is
Blir det där
semifinals.
så blir det där. Ja.
A little more on the line on this.
There's a lot on the line here. This is a key shot to the steel end, the extra end here at the Astec Safety Challenge, semifinal action. Nicholas Edin with his last stone here. This is all about location, Ryan.
Yeah. I see why they did this though, because like placing that draw, you have to be exact.
They haven't touched this so far.
Lite risk över. Risk över.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't look
that bad.
It's not light.
Jag tror bara sitta
Lines
där.
everything
Sitt,
here.
sitt, sitt.
Yeah.
Den kommer visa hela här annars.
This just
Sit.
needs, they just need it to stop. This is over curling.
Okej.
Half a stone.
Ja, lite stack.
Pick your poison. Play the tap or play the draw.
Jag tror det blir samma.
No, Matt's
going to
gonna draw right away. No hesitation.
I like it.
Såg att det var lite försiktigt liksom för linjen. Men de hade en ganska hård split så jag förstår. 92.
Like the confidence on
Jag kan
that.
hålla linjen bättre ändå och säga att den ser tight ut. Men
We are gonna, Dunstone's gonna try and draw right there. There is a high center guard. Oh, coming back, taking a second look at how much he can see of the Edin counter.
Sees a little more than he thought.
Sees more than he thought.
What do you see? Yeah. Like
Okay.
12-5, right?
There we go.
12-5 he's calling.
Okay.
We have seen a lot of 12-5s this game from both teams. That's
They know this path too.
That's the
We've
general
seen
consensus on hack weight.
probably a thin half, Ryan. Maybe half.
Jag tycker det är typ.
Here we go.
He can get away with half a stone with this.
This is exciting. This is Dunstone's last shot. Extra end semifinal action here at the Astec. He's taking an extra second in the hack here. He's going through his routines. He's keeping it the same.
De har ju Jürgen på utsidan och är det någon det ser ut att ge effekt med så är det han. Ja, bra kraft. Ja, det är osannolik nolla.
Clean. Yep. Easy. Yep. Easy. Whoa. Whoa, curl. Clean. Clean.
Got
Yep.
the right weight here.
Yes.
12.
Clean.
I got 12
clean,
seconds
clean.
on that. Very nice shot by Matt Dunstone. For one in the extra
What
end
a
and the win.
game.
What a great game we had today, Ryan. Fantastic action. Really close game. Doesn't get any closer than that. Tied up in the extra.
Now we will have Dunstone versus McEwen in the final.
Really well played shot by Matt Dunstone. Great sweeping control of this last stone hit.
Mine, I don't know, my peel on my last one grabbed because it shouldn't have curled like
Threw it really well.
Good game today. Fantastic action.
Attaboy, Matt.
Dunstone still on a roll. Showing up at the Astec Safety Challenge, has not lost yet.
And still undefeated.
Wraps us up. Well, that's our wrap up for today, Rye.
Awesome.
Fun doing the game with you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that was enjoyable.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world. Creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Ben, what's the Astec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Astec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Astec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.